Welcome to the iHSFAN Webcast Network. You are watching Round Rock ISD football presented by Covert Ford. Tonight's game is being brought to you by Covert Ford, Bush's Chicken, Ideal Signs, Alpha Paving, Pop-Up Parties and Posh Events, Cameron Freeman at the Stacy Group, Maze Street Boutique, and Lodge Card Club. We also want to thank the 5 high school booster clubs for their support. Now let's head to the field. Here is Zach Epstein and Mickey Bouchon.
Hey, football fans. It is another great night here for some Round Rock ISD football, some 25 6A action here tonight, Coach. I'm joined by my old coach, Mickey Bouchon, and pleased to have you in the booth. My name is Zach Epstein, and we're going to be bringing you guys iHSFAN football. And tonight has a matchup with Westwood and McNeil, Coach. How are you feeling tonight?
It's awesome, Zach. It's another night of high school football. These guys are ready for district play. Traditionally, Westwood has played great games against the Mavericks, and I'm sure it's going to be a good one another time tonight.
Absolutely, and we'll definitely go over some insights about both teams, and we got some great information from the iHSFAN magazine, kind of a insight on these teams. But before we do that, we want to take a second just to mention to please like and subscribe to the cast tonight. We really appreciate it. Remember, we can only present this for a few more weeks with football, just being so short. But yeah, we want to get into some of our sponsors. But right before that, AutoNation Chevrolet proudly supports the Round Rock ISD football programs. Looking for a big win? Shop their unbeatable selection of new Silverados, Equinoxes, Trax, and more. Plus, score cash for your car by selling to the AutoNation Chevrolet. Get your quick online appraisal now at AutoNationChevroletWestAustin.com, then get paid the same day. It's that easy. Visit AutoNation Chevrolet at 183 Duval today. Together, let's ride. So we'll get into some commercials, and then we'll be right back.
Alpha Paving Industries, LLC, is an award-winning, full-service paving and pavement maintenance company. We are headquartered in Round Rock with offices in Houston and Dallas-Fort Worth, servicing cities throughout Texas. In an industry typically known for its lack of professionalism and customer service, Alpha Paving Industries was founded with a vision to provide Texas with a trusted, dependable paving contractor that delivers a strong customer experience, meticulous project management, utmost professionalism, and quality workmanship. In 2013, Alpha Paving Industries, LLC was awarded the City of Austin Small Business of the Year Award for its outstanding service in the City of Austin, and was recognized this year as a top contractor with 4constructionpros.com. These awards are a testament to how we do business with all our customers. If you're looking for Texas's most dependable asphalt paving contractor, contact Alpha today. Longtime McNeil parent Brian Kerman is a realtor who works for RE/MAX Capital City. Brian is involved in helping Round Rock families buy, sell, invest, and lease properties in the greater Austin area. He has been doing so for over 24 years. As a thank you to the community, he will be honored to donate $1,000 to your favorite booster club or other 501c3 if you use him and you close on a property. We hope you will contact Brian for all of your real estate needs at 512-921-4490 or at briankerman@remax.net. Bush's Chicken is a proud supporter of area schools, athletic programs, and booster clubs, with stores in Cedar Park, Round Rock, Georgetown, both North and South Austin, and our newest store serving Pflugerville and Hutto. Bush's serves the Texas standard in real hand-battered fried chicken and crispy tenders, tasty rolls, and that famous Bush's sweet tea. Bush's Chicken, proud supporter of area schools, athletic programs, and booster clubs. The Texas Standard, Bush's Chicken. It's good, good, good. Interested in or looking for a home in the premier 55 and better community of Sun City, Texas? Trust the Stacy Group and realtor Cameron Freeman. Cameron specializes in buying and selling new and resale homes in the active adult Del Webb community in beautiful Georgetown, Texas. Contact realtor Cameron Freeman at the Stacy Group today with a text or call to 512-740-1836 to learn more. In the heart of Austin, there's a name that reigns supreme, Covert Ford. For over 114 years, Covert Ford has been driven by the community, offering unbeatable service and a wide selection of vehicles. From the rugged F-150 to the iconic Expedition, Covert Ford has the perfect ride for every journey life offers. Visit Covert Ford Austin, where community drives us. CovertFord.com, off Research Boulevard. Join the Covert family today.
Are you looking for a little something extra to get your business noticed? At Ideal Signs, they specialize in custom signage and large format digital printing in a variety of media. Their in-house design department can work with you to create custom artwork to your specifications. They'll work with you to conceptualize, design, and produce any custom projects or idea that you might have. Call 512-930-7446 or visit signsforsports.com. Ideal Signs, family owned and operated since 1969.
Visit Mays Street Boutique in Round Rock for all your shopping needs. Whether you're looking for a special gift or that perfect outfit that everyone will love, we have you covered. Come visit us in-store or shop us online at maysstreet.com. We appreciate your business and thank you for shopping local.
Are you ready to take your celebrations to the next level? Imagine luxury indoor sleepovers that bring the magic of glamping right into your home, or a posh picnic party that brings elegance and charm to your outdoor space. Whether you're planning a birthday bash or a simple get-together with friends, Pop-Up Parties and Posh Events is here to make your dreams come true for any special occasion. Our event planning services will ensure every detail is perfect, leaving you free to enjoy the moment. So let Pop-Up Parties and Posh Events turn your next celebration into a memorable masterpiece.
The Lodge Poker Club is a members-only card club offering a wide range of daily and tournament gameplay. In Round Rock, just off exit 251 on I-35, the Lodge now boasts the largest card room in Texas with 82 tables, comfortable chairs, and 40 75-inch TVs. The Lodge provides fully trained dealers and on-site security with state-of-the-art camera system to ensure the comfort and safety of our members. Open 24 hours a day. More information at thelodgepokerclub.com or call us at 512-614-4045.
We're back, fans, and we have the McNeil Mavericks taking the field right now as we speak with about 3 minutes and 50 seconds left till game time. Coach, we are excited about this one. Both of us have some ties to both of these schools in some way or form, either in the form of playing against one another or coaching against one another. But, yeah, Coach, this is a historic rivalry between these two schools. One of the first, Round Rock was the first school in Round Rock ISD. Then there was Westwood, and then there was McNeil. So one of the first three schools to begin in Round Rock ISD all those years ago. And it's senior night tonight here with the Westwood Warriors taking the field, and charged behind them is a group of young kids who definitely enjoying that experience right there. But, Coach, take me through your process in this rivalry. Like, both schools have a lot at stake here. Both principals are always having a competition, friendly competition, and usually it has to do with who raises the most food drive foods. So it's a very nice rivalry, but definitely a fierce one between both of these schools. Coach, you coached against Anthony Wood, who's going into his 21st season at Westwood. How was that? What did you game plan for at McNeil?
Coach has been there for a long time, and he does a great job. He's a mastermind when it comes to offensive football. He has always loved spreading it out. Even before it was the popular thing to do, he was spreading people out, chunking the ball all over the place, and it was always a fun thing playing Westwood. There were some times where I truly think they played their very best defensive game. Now, they were always really good offensively when I was coaching at McNeil, but defensively, it seems like they always save their best for McNeil. And I hope that's the case tonight, and I hope both teams give it their best shot and we see who comes out.
And you mentioned defense for the Westwood Warriors, returning 7 starting defensive players as opposed to 4 on offense. So it's going to be one of those situations where you have some new members on the offensive front still trying to get together, but they're led and they're going to be running right behind Taylor Wofford, the senior offensive lineman, as well. So we'll be able to see that. On the other side, McNeil Mavericks, as we get closer and closer to kickoff, are returning 8 offensive players, led by Joshua Williams, who is an iHSFAN top 10 player and running back for this team, as well as Gerald Gray and Zach Christie, who have both been playing really well at the wide receiver position. And Coach, I'm really excited to see both of these schools kind of get into action. Looks like we're preparing for the coin toss here. Getting ready as well.
Captain's getting ready to walk out, but I have a feeling we're looking at a long game tonight, Zach. I wouldn't be surprised at all if we have a shootout. These guys offensively can really light it up, and I'm very interested to see how that pans out.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one of the things, Coach Wood has always had as an offensive team that is ready to go at all times. A lot of great players. Seems like we're still getting ready. Can't tell if they're about to start the national anthem or not. But it looks like the players are walking out onto the field. And Coach, McNeil coming into this game 0-2, but coming off a couple tough teams that they've played in the past 2 games. Obviously coming off a bye week as well from last week. The first game, McNeil played Weiss, and they lost in overtime to a heartbreaking loss there, 42-41. And then the 2 weeks ago playing Lake Belton, losing 41-28. So putting up a lot of points in both of those games and playing some really good schools. But tonight we have district football, and Westwood comes in with the same record at 0-2, having lost to Midway 43-7 and Austin High in an OT game 2 weeks ago, 35-34. So both these teams are accustomed to going the extra innings, and they're both very tough offensively gifted teams.
Let's not forget the fact, that you mentioned that McNeil is 0-2. Don't forget the fact that they've played 2 of the best teams in Central Texas for their 2 losses.
Absolutely, yeah. Weiss being, highly ranked at the start of this year. And, McNeil, before last year, had not made playoffs for over 20 years. Westwood, on the other hand, has made playoffs a handful of times in the most recent years. But as we get ready for our national anthem, we're going to take a pause here and just get a focus on the flag as we remember the national anthem will be starting in 1 second. So we're going to go quiet and let you listen to the choir who should be leading the national anthem tonight. beautiful national anthem done by the Westwood band here tonight. And so as we see the flag go away from us tonight, Coach, any memorable games that you have from, around this time, or even Westwood McNeil matches that, it's first game of district, that's got to mean something a little bit more, right?
It's definitely important to these guys. They're not too worried about their records right now. They're ready to get started with a 1-0 district record. But you asked me about 911 memories, and I was coaching at Reagan High School at the time, and we played the Bastrop Bears at Nelson Field. And Coach Andrew Jackson, rest in peace, he was our head coach at the time, and I was the offensive coordinator, and we beat Bastrop that night, and I'll never forget it. It was one of the most memorable coaching experiences that I've ever had. Coach Halbrook and his former player coaching against each other, and we prayed at midfield after the game. It was just surreal, and I think back to it now, and I sure wish everyone would be that way and hold hands and join forces again like we did during that time.
Yeah, getting goosebumps as you speak about that, Coach. What a powerful moment that must have been. Going into tonight's game, definitely, want to be thinking about those on 9/11. But, got a game of district to play tonight, and it looks like McNeil will be receiving the ball to start here, Coach. Westwood will be kicking away. So we'll get a chance to see McNeil's offense, who's been able to put up 69 points in their last two games. Unfortunately, the points against is at 83, so that is why, 2 losses. But a 1-point loss to start against Weiss, and then last week playing a very talented Lake Belton team up in Belton, losing 41-28. The next 4 games for McNeil, Round Rock, who is playing Vista Ridge tonight, who is 2-0, and then Stony Point, Vandergrift, and then Vista Ridge once again. So district play is getting underway. Last night, Stony Point and Vandergrift did play each other, and so Vandergrift edged out the Stony Point Tigers 35-28 in a close one, Coach. But, we got to call the Stony Point game last week, so we know what kind of offensive power that they have 2 weeks ago that they have on that team. And here comes the kick. Westwood kicks it off, and it's going to go out of bounds. Kick was made by Joaquin Zalava, who is a freshman. So he kicks it out of bounds, and the Mavericks are going to start right around the 40-yard line with this high-powered offense.
Well, Zach, one of the things you just notice when you watch the kickoff, it's not like what you see in the NFL, is it?
No, not at all. It is completely different. NFL introduced some new rules recently, and it looks like they're going to kick again. McNeil's return team is still out there, and back deep to return is, I believe that's number 2, Jaden Thomas, and number 8, Marshall Holland. And kicking again for Westwood is Joaquin Zavala. Apologies on that. Zavala. And, Westwood is in the same boat. Points for 41, the past couple weeks. So been able to put up points. Played a tough Waco Midway team, 43-7 loss there. And then last 2 weeks ago against Austin High, a tough, close loss, just like McNeil in overtime, 35-34 against Austin High. Their next 4 games is going to go Cedar Ridge, Manor, Hutto, and Round Rock. So tonight we'll be kicking off once more time, couple yards back from the initial spot. 5-yard penalty will be established on the kick, and McNeil's team is back to return.
Let's try this again, Zach.
The kick is away. This one is going to stay in bounds, and it's going to bounce into the end zone for a touchback. So McNeil's offense will trot onto the field. Coach, I know that we're excited to see this one. McNeil's offense is headed up by Coach Mike Reynolds, who I actually was able to play under when I was at McNeil all those years ago. I can't believe it's been so long, but excited to see this one. And Westwood is coming out with 7 returning defensive starters. So look for this talented and, very wise veteran team to really play together and try to stop this high-powered offense. And
they're going to have to play well. They're going to have to play well because the last 2 games, McNeil has been pretty exciting on offense.
And McNeil starts with a 3-wide set, goes screen out wide. That's Soltz completing the ball to Zach Christie, who is a returning newcomer of the year for the Mavericks in terms of all-district last year. Tackle made on the play. I believe that was number 21 ranging over to make that tackle, Josh Hansen.
Well, when the Mavericks see numbers they like out wide, they're just going to raise up and throw it in a hurry and get a matchup that they feel good about.
And tight set there. Ball complete out to Aiden Taylor, wrapped up on the play by Abe Whitley as well as Colton Case. So, the Mavericks getting into a 3rd down and 1 situation. Temperature here is 92 degrees, so we have a bit of a hot one here today, folks. But going into sunset right about now, it is cooled off, and it is beautiful weather. We have the student sections of both school coming out in massive colors, but McNeil's ready for the snap here in a tight set, 2 wide out to the left.
Checking to the sideline to see what they're going to do instead of run it, and then they run right at him for a 1st down.
And picking up the 1st down is Joshua Williams. Tackle on the play made by Cam Green, the junior linebacker for Westwood. And, Joshua Williams.
Josh's going to be a load tonight.
Yep. He's going to be an impact player for this team. Lining up in the slot right now. Mavericks go ace 4 wide, 2 on each side. Fake handoff. And a ball that just slips out of the hands will be incomplete. Didn't like what he saw there, and Soltz basically decided not to make the throw. So, on the coverage there was Colton Case, and it looks like Westwood is playing a too-high safety look for the most part, taking away the deep ball, I assume, but we'll see if they show different looks here.
We've got 2nd and long.
2nd and 10, rollout smash, flood route, ball dropped on the play. Ball intended for, that is Bowen Wheatley, the junior tight end. And, Jaden Soltz was able to, sprint out. That's an easy flood route. Saw no one was out in the flats, decided to give it to his player now, just a little bit behind and an incomplete pass. So 3rd down and long here for the Mavericks as they're facing 3rd and 10. Ball to reach is at the 49-yard line. Fake handoff, play action. Gets flushed out. Jaden Schultz throws one down the field, almost caught, and that was a great extension by Zach Christie, who almost caught the ball, had a great jump on it, but that will force the Mavericks to punt the ball away to start their game.
That was a great job defensively right there. They put themselves in a hole with a 5-yard penalty on the kickoff and lucked out. Kicked it into the end zone, kicked it over their heads, so they got to stop right there.
Got off the field, and a great start for this defense again. And back to receive the kick is Drew Norrell, and for the Mavericks punting the ball. Ball is a nice kick. It gets a friendly McNeil bounce, rolls down to about the 23-yard line. So the kick was made by Marshall Holland, it looks like. Linebacker for McNeil. So
okay, we're about to take a look at the Westwood Warriors on offense and see what Coach Wood can dial up for us.
And the Westwood Warriors are having senior night tonight. Their student section is dressed in jerseys, and the opposing side student section is dressed in neon for the Mavs. So Westwood coming out here. Quarterback Cooper Waits in the backfield. Handoff here gets met right at the line.
Of course, I talk about Coach spreading it out and chunking the ball around, and they come in a double wing set and hammer it right off a fly sweep look.
Yeah, Xavier Sutton on the carry there, and tackle made by McNeil's own Michael Jones, junior linebacker. We're going to have a sort of stop and play here. Not sure what the call is, but both coaches are out on the field right now, and the ref is talking to quarterback. It could be 2nd down and 10. in quarterbacking for Westwood tonight is Cooper Waits, a sophomore. So Coach Wood trusting a sophomore, liking what he's seeing. And you know, Coach, as a sophomore quarterback, a lot has to, ride on your shoulders. And as a young, kid, your teammates who are 2 or 3 years older than you are looking to you as a leader at that young age. It must be a lot for them.
It's not anything I'm sure that he hasn't experienced before, because if you grow up playing quarterback, you grow up assuming the role of being a leader. And like it or not, that's what they're doing. So now it looks like we have a McNeil timeout.
Yeah, we'll be taking a timeout here. So, it looks like the scoreboard is not operating. So that is a potential reason why we're seeing the stoppage in play. But I don't think that's going to be too much of a worry, as they're going to keep things rolling here as the McNeil Mavericks defense comes out. And so Westwood in a looks like a 2-wide set here with an up back tight end right over the tackle, as well as a single wide receiver to the bottom of your screen there. 2nd and 10 here. Motion. Fly sweep.
Fly sweep again.
And that's Drew Norrell carrying the ball. He was just kick returning a second ago. Tackle made by Jacorian Hubbard, defensive lineman there. So good play call there. Got a couple yards, Coach. And now it is 3rd and about 5 to go. So Coach Wood has to draw something up here. But, in a short distance here, so very manageable.
Yes, and coming out running the fly sweep or jet sweep, whatever you want to call it, 2 different times already. Obviously something they've scouted and they like what they see.
Get some early motion, see what the defense is in, and quarterback drops back to pass, drills it out wide to number 24, and that is Xavier Sutton, the senior running back. Ball falls harmlessly to the floor as the Mavericks look like they got a 3-and-out to start the drive. And back to receive the punt for McNeil is going to be Aiden Taylor. Kicking for the Westwood Warriors is Ryan Murphin. So we'll be able to see first 2 drives ended up in a defensive stalwart right now.
Okay.
There's the kick.
Gets it away.
Beautiful kick and great return. Aiden Taylor goes up the field, gets about to the 45-yard line. So McNeil has great starting position to start this drive.
Great field position to start this drive. And let's see if they open it up and do anything different than a couple quick screens out wide. Obviously, that's something they go to when they see an automatic. If we think we can get something, we're just going to take it. And that's just an extension of the Mavericks running game.
Absolutely. Open it up, spread the ball out, get it to your playmakers in space, and ultimately, just kind of run away with it with those athletes that they have out at wide positions and at running back. So, again, McNeil Mavericks trotting out onto the field here. Under center here, Coach.
Okay. We have a tight slot on this side and a twins out wide.
Ball comes out.
Fumble exchange.
And luckily, ball was given to Joshua Williams despite the fumbled snap under center. So McNeil goes a little bit backwards there. Going to be 2nd down and about 11 here for the Mavs.
Seeing Christie, number 9, with his hand on those rubber pellets is something I wasn't expecting after him having such a good year at wide receiver. But here we are, 2nd and 11 to go.
Mavericks run a jet sweep themselves, and that is snuffed out by Westwood's own Josh Hansen. Read it like a book and was able to be right there for that stop, and it will be a 3rd down and 10 for the Mavs. So Westwood defense looking very sharp here, Coach.
Not surprised. Always well coached. These kids play hard. They play assignment football and do a great job.
So Mavs in a 2-wide set on one side. Quarterback drops back to pass. Sends the ball out wide. And that's to Christie, and the ball comes out. Let's see what the call is here. Incomplete pass. So Mavs get off the field, and Westwood Warriors defense, another good stop.
Holds again. They're kind of like I was talking about. Westwood's defense hadn't shown to play that dominant defense throughout the season so far, and these first couple series, they're playing like gangbusters right now.
They are not letting anything go through. They got 0 yards given on that drive, so Mavs have to punt this one away. Back deep to return as Norrell, and that punt goes right around to the 33, 32-yard line. Looks like they'll mark it out at. Coach Wood's offense is going to be taking the field once more.
Coach Wood trying to get a couple extra yards right there again, picking up the ball off the sideline and moving it a little bit too far up.
And a great offensive line here, Coach, led by Taylor Wofford. You got to love that as a sophomore quarterback, being able to trust your line to protect you. But it looks like we do have a change at quarterback here. Looks like Tillman Subak is coming in, maybe offering a different experience here for the Westwood Warriors. Handoff, wide, tackled by a cluster of Mavericks, but initially made the first stop by Joshua Guyton.
Different quarterback, same result as it looks right now. Neither team offensively has gotten anything going, and somewhere up front they're going to have to get a little running game going before they can air it out.
And, you're feeling out your opponent in this play. Both of these teams have probably had each other's playbooks for a long time. They know how they operate in practice, and it's being apparent right now. Westwood rollout smash here. Quarterback has plenty of time. Is able to find an open receiver, and there is a flag on the play. Will be holding on McNeil. So we'll see a automatic first down for the Westwood Warriors here.
I didn't see any linemen downfield.
Yeah, I saw the ref motioning the holding motion, so I know that was in the defensive backfield, so most likely will be the call here.
Gotcha. Here we go.
The chains are moving, and we do have a time update here, folks. The scoreboard has come back on. 6 minutes and 57 seconds left here in the first quarter. It will be first down and 10 for Westwood at their own 41-yard line. And it looks like they're sticking with Tillman Subak as he comes into the game. Twins to the right, single receiver down to the bottom side of your screen here. Handoff up the middle. A little bit of running room there. And a good run by Xavier Sutton, tackled on the play. I believe that was Michael Jones on the tackle. So first positive play of more than 5 or 6 yards here, Coach. That brings it to about second down and about nope, they're moving the chains. It'll be first down. So a first down run there.
Showing downhill play side and cutting on the backside was a good look for him right there. Let's see if they stick with that.
Looks to be right over Wofford. Handoff up the middle once again. Sutton gets tripped up on the play. And
well, we talked about their offensive line needs to get it going and pick it up and let their running game give them some little bit of confidence. Well, looks like that's what's going on right now.
Yeah, Jace Francis heading up that lead block right there. So Westwood running the ball a little bit. Twins right, single receiver down at the bottom of the screen, tight end tight, pistol formation, handoff up the middle again, and Sutton gets wrapped up by number 18, Olivier Hemming.
Not until the first down was had, so they're still rolling. McNeil's kind of backed up on their heels right now. They need to get a stop.
Yeah, this run game has just kept the ball moving for Westwood at this point. And, that's Coach Wood knowing what maybe he needs to go to in the moments. But McNeil might need to draw up some blitzes on this play, but they're going to face a trips left situation, a shotgun formation. Ball's on the floor. Quarterback gets wrapped up in the backfield. And that tackle was made by McNeil's Rodrigo Riviero, defensive lineman and a senior for the Mavs. Now facing a second down and about 14 here, Coach. Now you're playing a little behind the chains here. Maybe open it up with a little bit of a pass.
Well, changing out quarterbacks again, so
maybe that's a sign.
Maybe that's obviously something's gonna trigger that.
Fake handoff, play action, ball goes harmlessly to the turf. Had a man open in the field, but that's just a long throw, Coach, all the way across the numbers and on the opposite hash. We'll see Tillman Subak come back into the game after Cooper Waite's first snap stint there, and it'll be third down and about 14.
Zach, Coach would obviously trust his quarterback's arm to let him throw that long ball right there, because you have to have a big arm to get it out there. Absolutely,
yeah. That ball has to travel far and has to travel fast so that the DBs can't jump it. We'll see a double back formation, trips to the left. Mavs get the tackle. That is number 8, Marshall Hall, and the linebacker filling the gap there, and Sutton getting wrapped up for a gain of about 2. Will be a fourth down from the 40-yard line of McNeil. So most likely see a punt here, pin him back into deep position, and back kicking for Westwood is Ryan Murfin. And receiving the ball is Aiden Taylor for McNeil.
Well, if the punters can flip the field a few times tonight, Zach, they could have a lot to do with this game.
And that ball is going to go into the end zone here. So McNeil will start right around the 25-yard line to start this drive. So, haven't got much going on offense, Coach. You're a little out of rhythm, a little out of sync. I think a first down here kind of settles the offense, gets you in a little bit of a groove. But Westwood proving that they're playing together with those 7 returning starters against this, tough McNeil offense.
They've been so explosive, and to come out here and not be able to get anything going sooner than this is kind of surprising, but not surprising that the guys in the burnt orange jerseys are playing their guts out defensively.
And there's a big pop play for McNeil right there. That's Joshua Williams, iHSFAN top 10 player, running for about 13 yards, getting wrapped up by Jack Kelly, the junior DB. And that'll be enough for a first down. McNeil going a little quick here, Coach. Fake handoff, play action, and that's to Christie out wide. And they're going to take that if they give it to him. But they see and it looks like that's the mantra of Westwood right now. We're going to take away the deep ball. We're going to let you have the small stuff, and that we're going to be okay with that.
And if they do that, traditionally McNeil would be okay with just lining up, getting it out to their receivers in a hurry.
And we have a quad formation down at the bottom. Westwood takes a timeout. So we're going to pause here, folks, and go to a bit of our sponsors, and we'll be right back. Time left in the first quarter is 3 minutes and 43 seconds.
Longtime McNeil parent Brian Kerman is a realtor who works for RE/MAX Capital City. Brian is involved in helping Round Rock families buy, sell, invest, and lease properties in the greater Austin area. He has been doing so for over 24 years. As a thank you to the community, he will be honored to donate $1,000 to your favorite booster club or other 501c3 if you use him and you close on a property. We hope you will contact Brian for all of your real estate needs at 512-921-4490 or at briankerman@remax.net.
We're back, folks, here, and we are seeing the McNeil Mavericks, after the timeout by Westwood, go for a second down and about 2 or 3 to go. Wide formation, handoff to Williams, who takes it up the middle and tackled by number 52 in Westwood, Alex Kaler, the senior.
Well, it looks like they're going to use Williams to be the workhorse tonight. It's pretty apparent, all the hoopla surrounding him coming into the year, and it's pretty apparent that he's going to get the workload that he expects most nights.
And handoff here. Different running back here for the Mavs. That's Aiden Taylor. So Taylor and Williams switching positions on that play, and tackle made by another, again, Jack Kelly, who's been around the field a lot tonight. And Mavs still going quick. Second down and about 2. Handoff again. Williams gets met about 4 yards, but that will be enough for the first down. And tackle made by Peter Hewitt III. So seeing that linebacker position make the play, but the Mavs still going quick here, subbing out Aiden Taylor.
Taylor picked up the first down, gave Williams a breather, and did a great job. Let's see if they can keep it going with their superstar.
Try to go in a hard count there. No dice. Will be first down here in about 10. Trips left. And that's a read. And Soltz will take it out to about the 35-yard line, met by Caius Coy, the senior D end. So good read on that play for the quarterback to take the ball out. You know, they've been running just every time, just handoff, and finally get a read option. The defense is going to snap on that. So quad formation, diamond formation up to the top of your screen. Single receiver out wide, empty backfield. Second down and about 2. Snap. And Soltz will be stopped short, about a yard gain. So it'll be third down and 1 here for the Mavs. And Westwood looking to get a stop here. But if you're the Mavericks, you're kind of in no man's land. You might be thinking this will be a 4-down situation. So under center here for the Mavs. And the ball's on the turf, picked up by Williams. So Mavs try to go underneath and under center for the second time tonight. And, you know, we do have a little bit of an altercation here at the middle of the field. Again, this is a rivalry game between these two schools, so we might be seeing some chippiness tonight. You know, people who have known each other, have played against each other their whole lives are finally, you know, coming out on the field tonight. But it will set up the Mavs with a 4th down and about 5 situation here. So backed up a bit, Coach. What would you be calling in this situation?
Well, I'm a triple option guy, and I would either run the option or we'd play action off of it. But I would like to make a comment that all those runs by the running back, those may have been read option runs that were a give read, and then the quarterback's just doing a good job of reading it.
Play action here.
He's got
ball over the middle, and that is caught, and that will be taken in for a Maverick touchdown. Bowen Wheatley, the tight end, goes for 6, and that was a great throw and catch by Schultz and Wheatley for the touchdown. And if you're McNeil, a sigh of relief must be felt as he finally gets some points on the board.
Yeah, that was a great job. Just a little quick fake, and then comes up. They just turn the tight end loose right up the seam, and he was wide open. Beautiful ball. Good catch. Take it to the house.
And so back to kick for the Mavs. Mavs will take the snap, and there's the kick. And ball is through the uprights, and that is good. And that kicker is Cesar Baza. So a great kick there from the senior, and Mavs are up 7-0 here at Kelly Reeves.
You know, that was tough, Zach, because they've been playing such good defense. Someone just blew a coverage, I think. I don't think it was anything more than that because they had been playing so well. And then out of nowhere, someone's running right up the seam wide open, and they just turned him loose, and that happens. That'll happen tomorrow in college football when you watch. You'll see it on Sundays as well.
See it almost any time, and a great play call there. You know, it's just one of those things. It just you're able to see it happen. But looking out for tonight, we have another kickoff. 35 seconds left here for the Mavs. In the first quarter. Mavericks just went up a score, but Westwood looking to open things up here. Have gotten a few good drives out so far for the Westwood Warriors. Just haven't been able to put something on the board. Last drive, they had a lot of good run plays that they were just moving the ball and ultimately just got stopped.
I'd really come back to that, and they were pushing them around up front. McNeil's pretty stout defensively up front, and they're getting shoved around. So there's a good chance they may come right back to that, Zach.
And we are about to have the kickoff here. Sent away by the Mavs. Ball received right around the 10-yard line, and there's some room to run there. But tackled right at the 28-yard line, and on the return was Ontario Jackman Jr., sophomore, for Westwood.
Okay, let's see what they come out with. Most of their success has been pounding the football right at them. Not much happening running out wide with their jet sweeps. Passing game has not come out with much happening yet.
Yeah,
Running
not
right
yet.
At 'em.
But having quarterback, and it looks like Westwood has their plan. Tillman Subak will come in on a lot of the run plays, and then for the passing, Cooper Waits will come in, the sophomore. So starting out wide, we have a handoff here, and that's going to go for about a yard gain, snuffed out by McNeil's linebacker, Javian Vick. So a good tackle there, and Sutton is getting a lot of carries here early, Coach. He seems to be their guy that they're going to lean on most all night tonight.
Could be him and Williams. Whoever has the best night running the football is going to end up being the winner.
And it looks like we're about to be at the second quarter here. Apologies, with the clock hitting 0. So we'll flip the field. We're going to hear from a few of our sponsors and be right back.
Bush's Chicken is a proud supporter of area schools, athletic programs, and booster clubs, with stores in Cedar Park, Round Rock, Georgetown, both North and South Austin, and our newest store serving Pflugerville and Hutto. Bush's serves the Texas standard in real hand-battered fried chicken and crispy tenders, tasty rolls, and that famous Bush's sweet tea. Bush's Chicken, proud supporter of area schools, athletic programs, and booster clubs. The Texas standard. Bush's Chicken. It's good, good, good. Interested in or looking for a home in the premier 55 and better community of Sun City, Texas? Trust the Stacy Group and realtor Cameron Freeman. Cameron specializes in buying and selling new and resale homes in the active adult Del Webb community in beautiful Georgetown, Texas. Contact realtor Cameron Freeman at the Stacy Group today with a text or call to 512-740-1836 to learn more. You are listening to the Horn Webcast Network, powered by iHSFAN. If you're interested in advertising on or privately supporting this webcast, please reach out to us on Twitter at iHSFAN. All audio rights of this webcast presentation belong to iHSFAN, and any intent to rebroadcast or retransmit must have express written consent from iHSFAN.
We're back here, folks, and Mavericks are about to take the field here as defense, and Westwood comes out with a great play here. Ball goes out to Norrell, and that's going to be a great call here to start the drive for Westwood Warriors, Coach. Heating things up a bit here to start it out, and it's a little bit, coming out of that timeout. Coach Wood had to have schemed that up.
He did. I was busy watching I think that was the principal from McNeil. He lost some kind of bet, I do believe.
Usually,
and he had to put on a Westwood jersey.
Yeah, that's what we mentioned at the top of the broadcast. Is usually there is a bet between the two principals, mostly for the food drive, who collects the most out of each school, and the loser principal has to wear the other jersey. So tight formation here for Westwood. Probably thinking run here, and that's a Wildcat formation. So running the ball for Westwood was Drew Norrell, the wide receiver. He gets a rep at the QB position, and it works out for them for a first down. And first down coming from the 46-yard line of Westwood. We hear that Westwood band playing. That's one of the best things about high school football, having the band out here playing their songs. They work really hard, just as hard as the kids out on the field, being in that summer sweat. But we have Westwood coming out with two high receivers, one down to the bottom of the screen, and up back and running back next to the quarterback. Handoff, and that's Sutton. He gets met initially by Javion Vick, but gets brought down by Jackson Edwards. So a good tackle there, and it brings up a second down and about 5 to go from the 48-yard line of McNeil. So into enemy territory here for Westwood. Handoff again, and Sutton is able to get a lot more on that play. Wrapped up.
I'm telling you, when he gets it going and he gets moving downhill, he's pretty tough.
And he hasn't been able to really escape from that front line yet, but showing a little bit of burst of speed there. They're going to go right back to him. He's got great vision and bounces off a few tacklers here. Gets wrapped up on the outside by McNeil's Zarian Hall. And that will be close, folks, for a first down. But it's going to be third down or second down and about 1 here to go. Third down and 1. They need to change the chain gang crew there, but it will be third down and 1 with about 10 minutes and 20 seconds left in this half. Westwood's showing the same formation. McNeil bringing 4 defenders. Deep ball over the middle, triple coverage, and that looks like it's picked off. It is picked off. And what an interception from Zarian Hall. What a play, coach. That was athletic. He climbed the ladder, was able to jump over his own player, his own teammate, and the Westwood receiver, and that ball will be placed at the 2-yard line for McNeil offense.
Zach, that was one of the most athletic plays I've seen in a long time. That was pretty amazing right there.
Very athletic, climbing that ladder, showing that vertical. Folks, that was a absolutely great play by the cornerback for McNeil. But Westwood is able to, start McNeil off in, poor territory here. I'm sure if you're Coach Wood, you want that one back because that was a very good drive they're putting together.
Well, going down to the play action pass, showing it and throwing play action to the seam right down the hash worked for McNeil for a touchdown, and then not quite so much.
And a little bit of trickery here. Snap direct to the up back, and quarterback Soltz pretended that it went over his head. So, a little bit of trickery there, gets him a little bit more breathing room. But, Coach, going back to that interception, in design play, it looked good, but, the cornerback just read it right from the get-go and was able to just play it on the ball.
That was just a great play by DB.
And handoff here. And that goes for a big burst play for McNeil. Gets him out of trouble. And running the ball is Gerald Gary, the quarterback wide receiver combo. And he's one of the newcomers of the year. Have not called his name much tonight, but gets a big chunk of play right there. And he's going to be lining up in the backfield, giving Joshua Williams a little bit of a breather at the running back position. And what a good tackle right there from number 14 on Westwood, J. Ryan Moore. So really good play there. We are going to take a brief stop as there is an injured player on the field, but we'll be right back.
In the heart of Austin, there's a name that reigns supreme, Covert Ford. For over 114 years, Covert Ford has been driven by the community, offering unbeatable service and a wide selection of vehicles. From the rugged F-150 to the iconic Expedition, Covert Ford has the perfect ride for every journey life offers. Visit Covert Ford Austin, where community drives us. CovertFord.com, off Research Boulevard. Join the Covert family today. Alpha Paving Industries, LLC, is an award-winning, full-service paving and pavement maintenance company. We are headquartered in Round Rock with offices in Houston and Dallas-Fort Worth, servicing cities throughout Texas. In an industry typically known for its lack of professionalism and customer service, Alpha Paving Industries was founded with a vision to provide Texas with a trusted, dependable paving contractor that delivers a strong customer experience, meticulous project management, utmost professionalism, and quality workmanship. In 2013, Alpha Paving Industries LLC.
And we're back here, folks. And outside, the ball is given again to Gerald Gary. He's able to take it out right and for a loss of about a yard there, folks. But it will be a third down and about 5 here for the Mavs. So a pretty electrifying drive, a few big plays here. But now facing a third down, Westwood has to be happy with their performance so far on the defensive side, getting them to that third down.
Zach, what do you think? Do they have 2 downs to get 5 yards right here with Williams in the backfield?
And we might be going for 5 more yards, as that looks to be a false start on the Mavs. But waiting for the call here. No, it will be on Westwood. Offsides on the defense, so McNeil doesn't even need to think about getting that first down and gets a free one right there, Coach.
Well, I'd still consider giving Williams the ball a couple more times on this drive.
And he is lined up at – yep, the quads look. They ran a QB sneak after this play. I don't know if Westwood is going to be coming out with the same here, thinking the same, but quarterback takes the snap. Soltz looks out wide, hits his man, and wrapped up. What a tackle out there. And we've called his name a lot tonight. Jack Kelly really showing off out tonight. He's been able to make a lot of plays on the ball, and he's showing that he's a true tackler out there in open space.
That was a great play. He got put one-on-one and did a super job right there.
Beat the tight end, who's usually considered a much better blocker on that play. Handoff to Williams, gets stuffed, and on the tackle, that was a great tackle by Caius Coy. He was able to wrap him up and drive him back. So Mavs facing another third down and long here. Third down, about 9 to go, Coach.
Well, it's not time for play action, but I have a feeling they're going to get rid of it. And they liked running up the seam. They've tried it twice already, so let's see what gives right here. 3rd and 9.
3rd and 9, and they have the quad formation out wide, and we're going to have another timeout here. Coach Reynolds doesn't like what he sees, so we'll take another short break and be right back.
A little something custom signage and large format digital printing in a variety of media. Their in-house design department can work with you to create custom artwork to your specifications. They'll work with you to conceptualize, design, and produce any custom projects or idea that you might have. Call 512-930-7446 or visit signsforsports.com. Ideal Signs, family owned and operated since 1969.
Visit Mays Street Boutique in Round Rock for all your shopping needs. Whether you're looking for a special gift or that perfect outfit that everyone will love, we have you covered. Come visit us in-store or shop us online at maysstreet.com. We appreciate your business and thank you for shopping local.
We're back here, folks. McNeil leading 7-0 with about 7 minutes left in this half. And they have the ball right around midfield. It's the ball is at the 45-yard line of McNeil's own 45-yard line. So coming out here in a trips bunch formation to the top of your screen. Soltz rolls out. There's open receiver, cuts it open, and what a jump cut right there, Coach. That ended up getting the Mavs the first down. Looks like it was about to be snuffed out, but that is one of the newcomers of the year from last year, Gerald Gary, again showing that true athleticism.
I know he was a stud last year, and they relied on him as a youngster last year in their playoff squad, but gee whiz, that guy can make some plays.
And Williams gets wrapped up again. Play made by Caius Coy, the defensive lineman, so we've called his name a few times tonight. Also on the action was Jacob Brown, the junior for Westwood, who's been in the middle of that defensive line. They're coming out in a 3-man front for the most part, but here comes 4. And another tackle by Caius Coy. Also in on the action there was Cam Green for Westwood Warriors. But makes Mavs face about a 3rd down and 3 here, but they are driving on this drive, Coach.
Once again, I think they have 2 downs to get it with Williams. I think zone read would be a great look right here. If you don't get it, you can always come back to it.
And Williams breaks free. There he goes, folks. Touchdown, Mavericks.
I just don't think they have an answer for him if they keep giving him the rock, Zach. He could be that good tonight.
And that's the thing with those plays, Coach. You run the ball. You know that you're not going to bust it every single time for a touchdown. You know you have to deal with 3, 4, 5-yard gains, but it does end up popping open from time to time, and we saw that happen just there. Make a play, break a few tackles, and ends up in the end zone.
As long as you can play it and stay ahead of the chains, you're usually okay if that's what you want to do. You can't have the negative plays on 1st down. You can't be 3rd and 12 when you have Williams in the backfield who can bust it at any time.
And it seems like the Mavs have just 4 or 5 guys who they are trying to get to the ball. Aiden Taylor, Joshua Williams, Gerald Gray, and Zach Christie, the typical suspects that we've been seeing. So, it's definitely tough to stop when you're on Westwood's side dealing with that much athleticism. But Mavericks going up 14-0 here, folks, with about 5 minutes and 40 seconds left in the half.
You talk about the experience from the defensive 7 kids that started last year defensively for Westwood, but how about the experience of these skill kids from last year for McNeil? They've been through 2 tough games already.
Yep.
All these kids that you're talking about and that we're mentioning, they were on that playoff team last year.
And Westwood gets back to return. They'll definitely look to open it up here, Coach, I assume, and try to get a score before halftime because they will be getting the ball come the second half. Kick is away. It is fielded at the 8-yard line. Got some open field here, but a lot of McNeil jerseys in on the play for the tackle, and ball will be taken out to right around the 26-yard line. So if you're Westwood here, understand that you have plenty of time to go down the field and score and level this game. This is not nearly close to being out of hand. If you're Coach Wood, this drive is crucial, though.
Extremely crucial. They need to go and take care of the football and go down there and make an attempt, whether they go down there and score or if they grind it out and take care of the ball the rest of the half. That would be helpful as well leading into the halftime.
Get some confidence going. You've been able to move the ball a lot on this play. Just 1 turnover on the last drive could have ruined a touchdown drive that they were putting together. They come out in the same formation they've been in most of the night. Handoff up the middle, and Sutton almost getting loose. He's been having a great game tonight, just continuing to pound away at the McNeil Maverick defense, getting 4 or 5 here, but that one busts for about 8.
Wouldn't be surprised to see him scored out just like Williams did on the last touchdown run.
Absolutely, two very talented backs that we're blessed tonight to see play the game of football. And this O-line for Westwood has been getting what they need against this 3-man front from McNeil. 2 wide receivers up top. Snap. Sutton got some room. There he goes. Makes a few men miss, and tackle made on the play. In on the action was Olivier Hemming. But that will be enough for a first down, Coach, and you get a little bit of momentum here.
A little momentum, speed things up a little bit. Let's get another first down, get down there, then maybe on a first down or second and short, take a crack at the end zone.
So same formation here, folks. 2 receivers to the top of the screen here. I wouldn't be surprised if they just handed it off again to Sutton. Sutton continuing this good drive here. He's gotten all the yards here for the Westwood Warriors, and he takes that ball up to the 45-yard line. So relying and leaning on their great running back here.
You talked about jump cut earlier. That's not too shabby right there.
some great skills showing off here from the running backs in this game. And in at quarterback is Tillman Subak. He's been leading the charge for a good amount of the night tonight, but also paired with Cooper Waits. And good tackle made there by McNeil. But again,
not till the
Sutton,
Warriors get another first down.
Yep,
So there.
Sutton is continuing to keep the wheels moving for Westwood. First down here, folks, and plenty of time still in this half. 3 minutes and about 30 seconds left. This is around the area they were in last time when they were moving the ball. So let's see if they can finish this one. So they have one tight end in tight. Handoff again, but met in the backfield, and that is a big play, a good drawn-up play for McNeil, and that is number 32 on the action, Michael Jones, the linebacker. So a good play call there, filled the gap. Westwood, 8 or 9 straight runs here.
Well, it's been moving them down the field, so why would you mess with it? They haven't had much success throwing the ball because the skill kids on defense for the Mavericks, so you're moving the ball, running it, whether it's what you want to do or not, you're having some success at it.
And that big old line, Johnny Zhang, Jace Francis, Taylor Wofford, some of the names. And we have a penalty here. Not sure who it's going to go. And also on that line is Robert Main, junior O-line for Westwood. So, you got to shout out those big guys up front, especially when they're doing a lot of the work here for Westwood. Love to see that. And that's how you win a lot of these football games is in the trenches. But facing about a 2nd down and 20 here, Coach.
Zach, I bet those linemen are wishing it was like it was last week again. It had cooled off for a few days, and the O linemen and D linemen, they always seem to enjoy that.
Those big guys up front, you don't want to get in the ice bath after them, I'll tell you that. But anyways, snap here. And Subak has his man open, but great tackle on the outside. Again, that is continuing to be a name that we call all night tonight. Michael Jones, the linebacker for McNeil, making a play out in space there, but it will be about a 3rd down and 16 to go here for Westwood.
Now, this is what Coach Wood is known for, being able to spread them out and get big chunks at a time. Well, they need it right now because I think a minute 50 is too much time to give that explosive offense on the other sideline.
And you got to be thinking this is, you get a chunk here and then you go for it on 4th down because, they start on the opposite side. Subak rolls out, has plenty of room here, has some speed to him too. He's taking that up the field, and he gets about 7 yards there, Coach, so making it a little bit more manageable of a 4th down situation. Decision time for Coach Wood, but it seems he's
not
keeping the offense.
Not much of a decision right here. He's going to go for it, and he wants to score right before the half, and he's not going to score. And there's a chance of the Mavericks scoring if he punts it away to him. So he's going to do what he can do to get a first down right here and continue this drive.
And a good job by Subak, Westwood quarterback, to scramble out there. Nothing was doing on the receiver side, so he made a decision himself and got a chunk of yards. He looks to scramble again, and he gets taken down by Michael Jones on the 4th down play. So Mavs will take over with 1 minute and 24 left in this half.
Immediately called. No, I don't think they did. I saw guys calling timeout on the sideline, but they didn't need to because it's a change of possession.
Yeah, the change of possession here. Westwood, killed by that penalty, is a team that, is leaning on running the ball so often. It's tough when you get behind the chains there. So
we talked about that.
Yeah, yep.
As long as it's, 2nd and manageable, 3rd and short, they were just chugging away.
And it looks like McNeil's DBs are really talented out there, so definitely tough to want to throw the ball out there. And Christie gets the ball on the outside, and tackle made by a couple Westwood Warriors, Caius Coy on the action, as well as Josh Hansen, the DB junior defensive back. And so about a minute left here, folks. McNeil on their side of the 50-yard line at the 44. And Soltz looks to run here, folks. He's got some wheels. He's got some room. He's still up and finally tackled. It's going to be a first down. Clock will stop, and the Maverick coaches going right away, getting a play call in here. So
under a minute left, Zach.
They're going quick, and they do have all three of their time, or they do have two timeouts, so can stop the clock anytime here. But that looks like it's going to be an incomplete pass. Ball intended for Jermichael Gray.
Well, this might be one of the times they sneak Williams right up the pipe and see if they can get them worried about the pass, got the speed up, got to score in a hurry. Well, he can score in a hurry even if you just hand it off to him.
And it looks like three tall safeties here for Westwood. What a shot there. And taken down for the sack by Westwood's own Kai Bridges. It seemed like the pressure just got there in a second, and it will force the Mavs to think about a 3rd down and 16 situation.
Mavericks call a timeout to think about it.
Yeah, and we'll keep it here, folks. But, two kind of similar drives, Coach. Both of them are driving down the field, but then, negative plays or a penalty kind of throws a really big wrench into, the game plan.
It's a lot different if you're going to pass the ball 40, 50 times a game. If you lose 5 yards on first down, it's not that big of a deal. But if you're going to if your game plan is I'm going to run the ball and we're going to get 3, 5, 4 yards every snap, and if we pop one, that's just a bonus. You can't have a -5 on first or second down. You just can't. And because then you're forced to do something, one, you either don't want to do, or two, you're just not very good at it.
Right. You got to play to your strengths, understand how you can win the football game as a team. And these coaches prepare a long time understanding, scheming, what they want to do. But 30 seconds here left in the first half. Westwood playing a prevent defense right now against the Mavs. 3 receivers set. Now goes to ace formation. And Soltz takes the snap, throws it out wide, and that's a good catch. Way to come back to the ball by Christie. It will be a 4th down and about 8 to go with about 20 seconds. So Mavs hurrying to the ball here, hoping not to have to burn their last time out and get a field goal. But it seems like they might just let this one run. And no, they're going to try to get a play call in. Here comes the snap. Here it goes. Last play. Deep ball down the sideline, and that will be picked off. Westwood was able to intercept that ball on the reception. There is Ontario Jackman Jr., the sophomore. So he was able to take that ball out of the sky, and that will send us to halftime, folks.
A little bit of confusion right there, right before the half for the Mavs. They looked so sharp and seemed like everything was under control, and those last couple of plays seemed a little bit out of sorts there.
A little bit out of sorts. And, Coach, we're going to, talk about a lot during halftime, a little bit of our own analysis. We'll let y'all watch the band. But a few words from, ourselves and our sponsors. Please like and subscribe to our webcast tonight. We would really appreciate it, y'all, and just bringing you guys your content here all year long for the football fans. Every week there will be a Round Rock ISD match. We will be on the call, or one of our teams will. So please like and subscribe for all future games. And AutoNation Chevrolet proudly supports the Round Rock ISD football programs. Looking for a big win? Shop their unbeatable selection of new Silverados, Colorados, Equinoxes, Trax, and more. Plus, score cash for your own car by selling to their team at AutoNation Chevrolet. Get your quick online appraisal now at AutoNationChevroletWestAustin.com. Then get paid the same day. It's that easy, folks. Visit AutoNation Chevrolet at 183 in Duval today. Together, let's drive. So we'll be back. We'll share some scores from around the area as well as some district play, update y'all on all of that. But we're going to hear some words from all of our great sponsors. And we'll talk to y'all in a bit.
Are you ready to take your celebrations to the next level? Imagine luxury indoor sleepovers that bring the magic of glamping right into your home, or a posh picnic party that brings elegance and charm to your outdoor space. Whether you're planning a birthday bash or a simple get-together with friends, Pop-Up Parties and Posh Events is here to make your dreams come true for any special occasion. Our event planning services will ensure every detail is perfect, leaving you free to enjoy the moment. So let Pop-Up Parties and Posh Events turn your next celebration into a memorable masterpiece.
The Lodge Poker Club is a members-only card club offering a wide range of daily and tournament gameplay. In Round Rock, just off exit 251 on I-35, the Lodge now boasts the largest card room in Texas with 82 tables, comfortable chairs, and 40 75-inch TVs. The Lodge provides fully trained dealers and on-site security with state-of-the-art camera system to ensure the comfort and safety of our members. Open 24 hours a day. More information at thelodgepokerclub.com or call us at 512-614-4045. Alpha Paving Industries, LLC, is an award-winning, full-service paving and pavement maintenance company. We are headquartered in Round Rock with offices in Houston and Dallas-Fort Worth, servicing cities throughout Texas. In an industry typically known for its lack of professionalism and customer service, Alpha Paving Industries was founded with a vision to provide Texas with a trusted, dependable paving contractor that delivers a strong customer experience, meticulous project management, utmost professionalism, and quality workmanship. In 2013, Alpha Paving Industries, LLC was awarded the City of Austin Small Business of the Year Award for its outstanding service in the City of Austin, and was recognized this year as a top contractor with 4constructionpros.com. These awards are a testament to how we do business with all our customers. If you're looking for Texas's most dependable asphalt paving contractor, contact Alpha today. Longtime McNeil parent Brian Kerman is a realtor who works for RE/MAX Capital City. Brian is involved in helping Round Rock families buy, sell, invest, and lease properties in the greater Austin area. He has been doing so for over 24 years. As a thank you to the community, he will be honored to donate $1,000 to your favorite booster club or other 501c3 if you use him and you close on a property. We hope you will contact Brian for all of your real estate needs at 512-921-4490 or at briankerman@remax.net. Bush's Chicken is a proud supporter of area schools, athletic programs, and booster clubs. With stores in Cedar Park, Round Rock, Georgetown, both North and South Austin, and our newest store serving Pflugerville and Hutto, Bush's serves the Texas standard in real hand-battered fried chicken and crispy tenders, tasty rolls, and that famous Bush's sweet tea. Bush's Chicken, proud supporter of area schools, athletic programs, and booster clubs. The Texas standard, Bush's Chicken. It's good, good, good. Interested in or looking for a home in the premier 55 and better community of Sun City, Texas? Trust the Stacy Group and realtor Cameron Freeman. Cameron specializes in buying and selling new and resale homes in the active adult Del Webb community in beautiful Georgetown, Texas. Contact realtor Cameron Freeman at the Stacy Group today with a text or call to 512-740-1836 to learn more. In the heart of Austin, there's a name that reigns supreme, Covert Ford. For over 114 years, Covert Ford has been driven by the community, offering unbeatable service and a wide selection of vehicles. From the rugged F-150 to the iconic Expedition, Covert Ford has the perfect ride for every journey life offers. Visit Covert Ford Austin, where community drives us. CovertFord.com, off Research Boulevard. Join the Covert family today.
Are you looking for a little something extra to get your business noticed? At Ideal Signs, they specialize in custom signage and large format digital printing in a variety of media. Their in-house design department can work with you to create custom artwork to your specifications. They'll work with you to conceptualize, design, and produce any custom projects or idea that you might have. Call 512-930-7446 or visit signsforsports.com. Ideal Signs, family owned and operated since 1969.
Visit Mays Street Boutique in Round Rock for all your shopping needs. Whether you're looking for a special gift or that perfect outfit that everyone will love, we have you covered. Come visit us in-store or shop us online at maysstreet.com. We appreciate your business and thank you for shopping local.
Are you ready to take your celebrations to the next level? Imagine luxury indoor sleepovers that bring the magic of glamping right into your home, or a posh picnic party that brings elegance and charm to your outdoor space. Whether you're planning a birthday bash or a simple get-together with friends, Pop-Up Parties and Posh Events is here to make your dreams come true for any special occasion. Our event planning services will ensure every detail is perfect, leaving you free to enjoy the moment. So let Pop-Up Parties and Posh Events turn your next celebration into a memorable masterpiece.
The Lodge Poker Club is a members-only card club offering a wide range of daily and tournament gameplay. In Round Rock, just off exit 251 on I-35, the Lodge now boasts the largest card room in Texas with 82 tables, comfortable chairs, and 40 75-inch TVs. The Lodge provides fully trained dealers and on-site security with state-of-the-art camera system to ensure the comfort and safety of our members. Open 24 hours a day. More information at thelodgepokerclub.com or call us at 512-614-4045. You are listening to the Horn Webcast Network, powered by iHSFAN. If you're interested in advertising on or privately supporting this webcast, please reach out to us on Twitter at iHSFAN. All audio rights of this webcast presentation belong to iHSFAN, and any intent to rebroadcast or retransmit must have express written consent from iHSFAN.
Folks, we are back looking at some of the coverage here today, having the McNeil Band come out tonight and play some great tunes for us. It's been a fun night tonight, folks. We've had a lot of action between these two schools, two rivalries that we've been seeing. Wanted to get you some action from around the district and just in general. Looking at a couple of the marquee games in the region. Lake Travis is taking on Midland Legacy. They're up 21-14. In some other action around the area, Leander is leading Del Valle 14-8. We do have some more games coming in where Rouse is beating Midway about 6-3 there. Hutto, some inter-district matchup. Hutto is playing Cedar Ridge right now. They're winning 28-14. It says it's in the first quarter. I doubt that it's still in the first quarter there. Some other games from around our area and looking at some of the local games. Dripping Springs is losing to Harker Heights right now, 0-6. We have Anderson losing to College Station, 0-7. Wimberley is taking on LBJ and losing 14-7. Wimberley is losing. And that seems to be about all the updates from the Austin area that are active right now. Oh, forgot a big one here, folks. Between some district rivals, Vista Ridge and Round Rock are taking on each other. Round Rock leads that one 14-7. And in a good matchup here where Liberty Hill is taking on Eastlake, Liberty Hill is leading 35-28 there. So that's some good matchups from around the area here, folks. Definitely like what we're seeing in our game, as McNeil is taking a 14-0 lead here. We've seen a lot of action from both of these teams in terms of football and in terms of just overall offense and defensive ability. Mavericks coming away with a big turnover that Westwood was actually driving on. They had a great opportunity getting down the field, and that's kind of been the name of the game for Westwood, having a great, a couple plays getting down the field, and then ultimately having either a turnover or getting stopped by a penalty and having to realign. And we've talked about this a lot, folks. The game plan for Westwood is to get Sutton the ball, run behind that big offensive line who has proven that they are able to push around the defensive line of McNeil. McNeil has been rarely able to stop a few of those runs. And as we see McNeil's band exit, we see Westwood's take the field. On the flip side of the coin, McNeil has kind of taken it to Westwood in terms of the explosive plays by Williams, as well as those, couple of receivers that they have out there, Taylor, as well as Gerald Gary and Zach Christie, some of the playmakers for McNeil, returning from that offensive team last year, about 8 of them. We've seen some big plays, a big throw and catch by Wheatley and Soltz for the touchdown, and then Joshua Williams, who is an iHSFAN top 10 player this year, running and scampering that one in for the Mavs. But these offenses are playing a bit similar of a game here, folks. They're really trying to pound the ball, run the ball, and take over the top when they need to. But getting behind the chains is something that they don't want to do. None of these teams want to do, and it's what's happened on a few of these drives for both Westwood and McNeil. But Coach, I just talked about some district scores as well as what kind of has happened so far in this matchup. But what are you seeing that's the most important thing? Maybe some changes that they're talking about in the locker room for each team.
I think part of it, Zach, is what you and I have talked about. Hey, if we can stay ahead of the chains on first down, get 4 yards. Now we're 2nd and 6, and we're in good shape. We can run it. We can throw it out wide, try and get 3 yards, bust a big one if someone misses tackle. Part of the problem with both offenses is neither of these secondaries is missing tackles in the open field.
Yep.
And a lot of times you just kind of assume, hey, my guy on your guy, 3 out of 4 times you bring us down, but on that 4th one, we're a big play. That has not happened yet, and I don't know if it will happen, but I think the coaches are going to continue to go at it with that kind of mindset. The defensive units have played very well. Westwood has played a good game. They had a bust for one, and then a broken run by a stud back. There's only so much you can do when they keep giving the horse the ball and he keeps coming downhill and the line's getting just enough of people. And there's the threat out wide, so the DBs can't really cheat to help that much. So it's been a surprisingly defensive output from both squads that have dominated this first half.
And that's something that, we didn't necessarily expect. But, yeah, as you said, Westwood needs to respect McNeil in terms of them throwing the ball because of those weapons outside. But, running the ball, they've been doing a good job. Caius Coy has been involved a lot on the defensive line for Westwood, as well as, we saw a lot of tackles from Jack Kelly and Ontario. Jackman Jr. had that interception to end the half. So we've had some big plays there from Westwood. But, Coach, I think we're going to, see about 13 more minutes of halftime here. Westwood's band is about to start. We're going to kick it and let y'all watch it for a little bit, take a bit of a break. We'll come back, run through a few more of the scores if we have any updates, and then we'll get y'all back to the Westwood versus McNeil rivalry that we all love. But just remember to please like and subscribe to the web stream. It makes the world of a difference for us, and make sure you guys are putting on the notifications so you always get notified before one of these games starts. I really appreciate y'all coming in, and as always, we're gonna let y'all watch the band, and we will be back in about 10 minutes.
Welcome to the iHSFAN Webcast Network. You are watching Round Rock ISD football presented by Covert Ford. Tonight's game is being brought to you by Covert Ford, Bush's Chicken, Ideal Signs, Alpha Paving, Pop-Up Parties and Posh Events, Cameron Freeman at the Stacy Group, Maze Street Boutique, and Lodge Card Club. We also want to thank the 5 high school booster clubs for their support. Now let's head to the field. Here is Zach Epstein and Mickey Bouchon.
Much appreciated intro from the creator of iHSFAN himself, Rick Epstein. Going to be talking about a lot going into the second half here, Coach. We've got about 2 minutes, and it looks like the Mavs are taking the field. Westwood still in the locker room up until this point. Coach, it's got to be, a few adjustments here and there. Westwood gets the ball to start the half, so they have the opportunity to really go down, score, make this a more manageable game for themselves, and get a stop. And it's ultimately up in their hands to continue to make this a ball game.
Okay, so how are they going to score? That's the $1 million question. They've moved the ball up and down the field on a few different drives, but when they need to get it done, they're either getting behind the chains as far as a penalty, getting knocked in the backfield, whatever the case may be. They can't let that happen to blow up their drives. If they could just keep it sustained, they're going to have a chance to even this thing up in the second half. If they don't, the Mavericks have shown a little more big play ability in my eyes. They've shown they have a few more skill kids that can go to the house in case Westwood messes up. It could be a house call. Whereas if McNeil messes up, they might get 8 yards or 12 yards, and someone else is gonna shag it over there and make a play.
Right.
I'm not as good as they are on defense and as well coached and as well as they're playing right now. I don't think they have the cats who can match McNeil.
And that's sometimes the case with high school football, especially being public schools in Texas. It's not like these schools out in Florida and California where they're recruiting middle schoolers. It's like you are designed to go to your high school based upon where you live. And I felt that growing up too, going to Cedar Valley Middle School, was getting split up with half of my teammates during the time. Going to McNeil and Round Rock. So you kind of get dealt your cards, but you can still win with a team that might not be as explosive if you do your things right and you're playing a great game. Right now, Westwood's just had a few mental mistakes, a penalty as well as an interception to kind of end their drives. But other than that, they've looked great on the offensive front, getting what they want, playing the game that they want to play. And so we just want to be able to, bring this game to everyone here. And just a word from AutoNation Chevrolet proudly supports the Round Rock ISD football programs. Looking for a big win? Shop their unbeatable selection of new Silverados, Colorados, Equinox, and Trax, and more. Plus, score cash for your car by selling it to the team at AutoNation Chevrolet. Get your quick online appraisal now at AutoNation Chevrolet WestAustin.com. Then get paid the same day. It's really that easy. Visit AutoNation Chevrolet at 183 in Duval today. Together, let's drive. And, Coach, before we start the second half, which is about to get underway, we have some score updates for you. Vista Ridge is losing to Round Rock right now, 20-7 in the third quarter. And some other district scores for you today. Hutto is right now playing their socks off, putting up 42 points against Cedar Ridge. I believe that is at halftime in the moment. And then we have our game. And, of course, last night's game of Vandergrift versus Stony Point ended with Vandergrift winning 35-28 versus Stony Point. Both of those schools are going to be teams to beat here in district, as we know how talented Stony Point's offense and defense is from calling a lot of their games last year, Coach. But McNeil getting ready to kick the ball off, have the chance to start out on defense, and for the Mavs, kicking it off is Jackson Edwards, number 48. And the ball is away, received, And that is a great return by Scott Uffelman, able to take it down to right around the 35-yard line here, Coach. So we're right back into the action, right back in the swing of things.
Well, let's see how they come out. If they're going to open things up a little bit and chunk it around a little bit more, or if they're going to continue. I don't think they're going to come out with the fly sweep, jet sweep game plan that they started with. Maybe whatever it was that they saw looked good and it just didn't quite pan out like they had hoped. Running right at the McNeil Mavericks is where they had success, the most successful drives in the first half.
Yeah, and the box is definitely a little bit open here, ready, eager for that run play here, but the Mavs ready for it, get some penetration there, and tackle was made by Brody Mansfield coming in from that safety position to make that play. Looked like a design blitz there, bringing two guys off the edge to the 3 down lineman look. And Westwood here coming in a second and about 9. So let's see if they get Sutton involved again. Sutton carrying the load for the most part on the field for Westwood so far.
Something interesting here, Zach. We have 2 defenders down here on 1 receiver for Westwood.
Yeah, very interesting formation. Very confusing. Quarterback rolls out and just gets leveled in the backfield. And that is another big play by Michael Jones, the linebacker.
How many times are you going to talk about Michael Jones tonight, Zach?
He's all over the place. It might be a also penalty here, holding in the backfield from Westwood. We'll get the call. And that will be the case here, Coach. So add a little bit more, but they will decline it, taking the more yards with the sack there. And that's a coverage sack, Coach. Quarterback rolls out, nothing there, has to hold on to it for a lot longer than he wants to, and Michael Jones just ends up making a big play.
No doubt, 3rd and 17, may want to think about moving the pocket.
And big
after a play like that.
Yeah, big play call here. Have a couple Westwood players looking for the play call as well. Trips left, single receiver to the bottom of your screen. And there's the snap. Great ball out wide, and that ball comes out, but it's going to be ruled an incompletion instead of a fumble. Wow, Coach, if that would have been a fumble, Weston France would have had a great run almost to the end zone after breaking the tackle. So just a couple things not falling Westwood's way to start this drive so far.
Once again, we talked about penalties and negative plays. Well, getting smoked in the backfield is exactly what we're talking about right there.
And to punt is Murphin, number 30 for Westwood. Back to receive for the Mavs is going to be Aiden Taylor. Ball gets a friendly Westwood bounce and will be marked right at the 40 or the 37-yard line here for the Mavs to start out. So pretty good starting field position for them. You got to like that if you're the offensive coordinator, Coach Reynolds, there for the Mavs.
Yeah, it's going to be 1st and 10 from their own 37. They're going to be on, looks like the left hash. And let's see if they try and let Mr. Williams take over again like he ended up in the first half. See if they'll start the second half like that.
And we have twins down to the bottom of the screen. Single back set here. And we have a play action pass. Ball goes out to Zach. And he's able to take that down for close. It's going to be a first down here, folks. So getting the ball out quick to Christie. They've run that play quite a bit here tonight, and they're going to go quick again. Fake another screen play out to Christie, and he makes a few men miss. Ultimately gets wrapped up at around the 49-yard line, and that's by Abe Whiteley of Westwood taking him down. Looks like we do have an injury here, Coach. So we'll transition into some of our ads, and we'll be right back.
The Lodge Poker Club is a members-only card club offering a wide range of daily and tournament gameplay. In Round Rock, just off exit 251 on I-35, the Lodge now boasts the largest card room in Texas with 82 tables, comfortable chairs, and 40 75-inch TVs. The Lodge provides fully trained dealers and on-site security with state-of-the-art camera system to ensure the comfort and safety of our members. Open 24 hours a day. More information at thelodgepokerclub.com or call us at 512-614-4045.
And Coach, we're coming back here after seeing a quick injury timeout. We'll be second down and about 5 to go for the Mavs. They're at Westwood's 49-yard line here, waiting for the official start from the ref. Looks like there might be some pressure off the edge. Ends up handing off to Williams, who's got some room to run. He's gone to the outside. Ends up making the first down and gets shoved out of bounds, but not after a 10 to 15-yard gain. That looked like a great burst. He saw an opening and just took it off, Coach.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if they attack.
And it looks like an injury timeout had to be called here because Westwood was not able to get his man off the field as obviously he's a bit hurt there. Trying to limp back on the field. The Mavs wanted to go quick there, Coach, as they're trying to get the ball going. We've seen that a few times.
I think they're trying to keep old number 13 off the field. He came off for a play with an injury, and let's hope he's doing just fine because he sure has been all over the field for the Warriors tonight.
Yeah, Jack Kelly, defensive back. We've been able to call his name quite a bit tonight, but will be injury timeout here. Mavs wanted to go quick, but they'll be sitting at a first down on the 36-yard line of Westwood, and Westwood, needing to get a stop here.
Yes, this is a big drive for them. If they're going to get back in this thing, this is almost imperative that they get a stop right now. They can't afford to give up another score at all, whether it's a field goal or a touchdown.
And reason being is just the offense has not been at the same level at McNeil's tonight. So needing their defense to step up here. Looks like handoff right there to Williams. And there we go. A big hit there for the Westwood Warriors, dropping him. And so this will be a second down and about 8. And that hit was delivered by, looks like Cam Green out of the linebacker position was able to make that stop. So Mavs go with twins down to the bottom of the screen. Let's do a play action there, and what a hit and catch out there in space. The hit was delivered by number 6, Scott Uffelman, out there having a tough job tonight defending Gerald Gray, but Gerald Gray's been, relatively quiet, compared to, his newcomer of the year status. That might be due to Uffelman playing a great job out there on the corner position.
He might be kind of quiet tonight, but when they put him in the backfield, he's still electric.
Absolutely. Third down and about 3 here for the Mavs. Handoff up the middle to Williams, who's met right around that first down mark. We'll see what they're spotted. They're going to give it to him. First down Mavs, but not after a gritty run there by Williams. He's able to take it up the field for the first down. And we see this now again. Williams goes out to receiver, take a little break out there, and Gerald Gary in at the backfield position for the Mavs, running back. And they'll go right to him and get stuffed at the line. Great tackling, and Kai Bridges was in on that one, as well as a couple other Westwood Warriors. Brings up a second down and about 9 here, Coach.
That's a nice thing to be able to do, to be able to switch personnel and just put your starting X in the backfield to give your running back a break.
And they're built pretty similar, so it's hard to tell the difference. They wear 4 and 5, but you can tell by the cleats. So Williams goes out wide on a rush and open down the field. Let's see what they call here.
Got him.
Looks like it's going to be a push-off on McNeil. So even though the throw and catch were fantastic, the refs are going to give Westwood a bit of a break here. That penalty will cause the Mavs to negate the touchdown. Although, Coach, it looked like at the very end he just separated from everybody. Obviously, a reason why was the push-off. But what a catch and throw there.
That was a great ball. That was a good route and great effort going inside to make that catch. Just can't push off to get the separation you need.
And
Good job by Mr. Official to catch it.
Great job, but that's trusting your receiver. Quarterback threw it before he was even open, and had two defenders trailing him, but ultimately can't push off. So that sets McNeil back pretty far. That's going to be a pretty severe penalty here. McNeil's at their own 40-yard line. Line to gain is the 16.
This one's coming back. Can't do that.
Looks like we have another penalty here. It's going to be on McNeil. So a great drive to start. Westwood starting to feel a little bit of momentum here, getting a few good calls on their end. McNeil, although making a few mental mistakes here, had a touchdown. Now they're looking at a 30-yard to gain mark for the first down, Coach.
Yeah, this is I've had head coaches tell me that, hey, yeah, you go ahead, call whatever you want. Not much to do here. They might just give it to him and see if he can pop one.
And so in on the play is Aiden Taylor. So it's a rotation of Taylor, Gary, and Williams at the running back position. It seems like Williams goes to play whoever's going to run the ball whenever they need him to. So he'll go out and switch with either Aiden Taylor or Gary. So, a bit of a gain there. Third down and about 26 to go here for the Mavs. So Westwood getting a chance here to get off the field after almost giving up a touchdown there. But, big opportunity for Westwood on this drive for them on defensively. Get their offense out on the field. Empty set. Quarterback takes back to pass. Going to be back shoulder throw, and that ball is going to be taken down to about the 24-yard line, and that's Zach Christie, who's been the most targeted Mav tonight out on a lot of those screen passes.
It's going to be 4th and 8, Zach. I see him going for it, and tight end's coming back in. I don't think he's going to sneak by him without them realizing he's running up the seam again.
Yeah, I see them calling him out right now. And Mavs sitting here, 4th down. Line to gain is the 16. And looks like there's going to be a sack on the play. Westwood comes up big.
Boy, they needed that, Zach.
Big sack on the 4th down play. And making the play looks like number 31. No, I'm sorry. Did not get the number on that one. But what a big play by, 41. Yeah, Kai Bridges, who we called a couple times, actually got a big tackle for the loss earlier. So Westwood's defense stands up to the tall order that McNeil kind of put up in front of their face. And now Westwood's offense gets the ball in a great spot.
And if nothing else, they're getting the ball in a great spot, good field position, but even better, they've got a little momentum going. See what they can do with it right here.
Big stop there for Westwood. Can't tell you how crucial that was for them to stay in this ball game. Trips left to the top of your screen here, and we're going to have a false start to start the drive. This is not what you want for Westwood, having those difficulties with the penalties so far for both teams, but McNeil's been able to bust open a few big plays and overcome it. Westwood has yet to show that, but looking out at the field, we see that they have brought in quarterback Cooper Waits, who's been able to sling the ball out there a little bit more than Subak, who's usually the primary runner there.
Well, things are slowing down right now. Let's see if we can't get the offense out here. They're in a trips open set.
Exactly right. Trips open. Have a split single receiver down on the bottom of the numbers here. Waits throws the ball, slips out of the hand, but falls harmlessly to the turf. That ball got popped up in the air, almost got picked, but fell to the turf. So second down and about 15 to go here for Westwood Warriors.
Yeah, that was pretty dangerous right there, close to being a pick. Not many good things happen when the ball gets tipped off a receiver's hands.
And it looks like we'll have a timeout here by McNeil. So did not like what they saw there, and we'll keep it here, folks. But McNeil showing that they can definitely score on that last drive on almost beautiful play, but then it gets called back, push off, and, got to deal with those penalties, got to understand what you can and can't do in that situation, and good job on the ref's part by making that call.
Okay, the Warriors 2nd and 15. It's time for them to get right back in this game or pretty much give the Mavericks a chance to cement a victory tonight. But I can see Coach Wood dialing something up right here.
Absolutely, and 88 degrees on the field, folks. Beautiful night tonight. Have some September football. Football all around has started. We're super excited to bring this one to you guys. Please like and subscribe to the iHSFAN Network on YouTube to catch all the Round Rock ISD games this year. We are the title video game cast, and we are excited to bring it to you. But here we go. Westwood needing to get a chunk play here. Don't need to get all of this, Coach, but need to get enough to make it a manageable third down. Snap. Trips out wide. Waits, throws ball right to the feet of his receiver. That's Asher David, the junior wide receiver, and it will create a third down and long situation.
David didn't have much of a chance with that one. It was at his feet, and there was going to be an immediate tackle, it looked like, had he caught it. So they're going to need to open it up and push it down the field a little bit.
Yeah, on the coverage, Zarian Hall, who had that incredible athletic interception earlier in the game, and he's definitely a prime defender for McNeil.
Little tight trips look right here.
Yep, snap, deep drop back. Quarterback gets out of pressure, and
Not
guess
long.
who it is, folks?
Shocker. Look at there.
That is Michael Jones on the sack. That is his second confirmed sack of the night. Has a few tackle for losses as well. Bring up punting situation, and kind of starting this second half like we started the first half with a couple drives, a couple 3-and-outs, and now seeing Westwood having to punt the ball away here.
Boy, Zach, Mike Jones is a junior, and he's going to be coming back absolutely terrorizing this district next year.
Very fast linebacker out there, able to get to a lot of spots. Ball booted away, and it will be returnable. Got some room here for Taylor. And there he goes, folks. There he goes. He's making some room. He's got some room to work. There he goes down the sideline. There is a flag, dirty laundry on the field. I have a feeling this one's going to be coming back, folks. But what an electric play by Aiden Taylor, folks. He's been out there all night tonight, kind of the utility gadget for them. This will most likely be coming back, though, unfortunately, for the Mavericks.
Well, you put the ball in his hands. He's pretty electric himself. We've had to use that term a few times tonight. There are some kids out there with a lot of athleticism. And the funny thing about the McNeil group of kids is a lot of them are juniors.
Yeah.
They're a young team as well.
They're a young team, and, as a former McNeil Maverick, this is definitely a sight to see, having this much talent, being able to catch the ball, being able to do a lot with it at almost any position. You take Taylor, you take Gary, and you take Williams, and you pretty much can sub them in at any position for the Mavs, and that's got to be something that, as a coach, you must love.
Absolutely. Absolutely. A kid who can do all kinds of things, and defenses can't game plan who you're subbing in and out. Huge advantage.
And so that will set up the Mavericks, and then, still great field position on the opposite side of the field, right at the 43-yard line. Low snap here. Ball gets out a little bit late, but a great run and catch there. Again, that is Gerald Gary. So Gary and Christie, the two X and Y receivers there, or two X and Z receivers, are getting a lot of action in the screen game. I think Coach likes to start off his drives with a screen, get them going, try to get his players out in space. But the Mavs come out in a trips right tight set. Again, low snap. Westwood bringing some pressure. Deep ball to Christie. He's got him open, and that is going to be a Maverick touchdown. Wow, that is a great play. They've scored 3 times in this half, but that one will count for the Mavs as they go up 20-0 against their rival Westwood Warrior foes. And, Coach, that's just a man beater right there.
Yeah, sometimes you just say, you know what, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to run right by you, and we're gonna go get it. And when you have a quarterback who can put it there, that's quite a luxury.
And that kick makes it through, but it looks like it might have been tipped. And Coach, as a quarterback, you got to have a lot of faith in your receivers. But right there, he was wide open. So not much faith you needed. You just needed to get the ball in somewhere where you can reach it, and that's what Soltz was able to do, and Mavs were able to take that one in for a touchdown. But again, Coach, 3 touchdowns this half for the Mavs. Only one of them accounted. 2 penalties have taken them back, but they overcome it all and are able to score and go up 21-0 to start the second half. 5:17 left here, Coach. Westwood still in this game. Got to get something going right now.
No doubt they're still in it, and no doubt they have an opportunity to get things rolling. But with the defense flying around the way they're playing for McNeil, it's going to be tough sledding for Anthony Wood's boys.
Got to stay in front of the chains. If you're Westwood, this has to be a 0 penalty drive for them to be able to succeed. And we have Scott Uffelman back, as well as Ontario Jackman Jr. to receive the kick from McNeil. It's going to be a shorter kick, and that's Uffelman. He's got some room to work here, folks. There you go. And that will be a great return for Westwood, so they'll take that right around the 35-yard line to start off their drive.
Field position hasn't been a problem for either team. No one's been really backed up inside the red zone, like inside their own 10. No one's been in that predicament that much outside of when you get a pick on your own 2-yard line. You're
right.
Okay with it. You don't mind starting on your 2 when your DB makes
miraculous interception like that.
Something that's going to end up on Sports Center.
And, Coach, this is, again, we've mentioned this a few times, but this is a crucial drive. And out there to start as the quarterback is Tillman Subak, so he'll be taking the snaps this drive to start. Mavs look like they're sending pressure. Handoff right up the middle. Goes for about 1.5 yards there. Tackle made. But, again, that is Xavion Sutton, the senior running back that they're leaning on a lot tonight. He's taken a lot of hits, and he's been able to move the ball down the field for them. And now they just have to stay ahead of themselves. So 2nd down and about 9 to go. Line to gain is the 47-yard line of Westwood. Coming out in a trips left formation. 1 back, 1 receiver down to the bottom of your screen. And they look like they'll throw the ball here. Quarterback's able to run out, and he's got some room to work. He has some trickery, able to move around, make something happen, and that is going to be complete down the sideline. Well, let's see what they call here. They're going to say incomplete. They're saying incomplete pass. So must have stepped out right before he caught it or juggled it or something, but the umpire does not give Westwood the first down. That was a great play by Subak to make some room, scramble around, and make something happen. Just a little bit too much outside.
Well, that's a tough break for the Warriors because that was a great job by the quarterback to get out and make something happen out of very little. And that could have been a spark for him right there.
Absolutely could have been a spark. Now they're facing a long 3rd down situation here. 3rd down and about 9. But a good play call there by Coach Wood to try to scheme something open. And snap is on the floor. The ball is on the floor. Looks like it's still going. Mavs recover the football. The Mavericks recover the football, and an absolute just blunder right there was able to get the ball that was on the field. And we've seen that a few times from the Mavs tonight, Coach. A few fumbled snaps in, but they've been able to jump on it, and the ball does not break Westwood's way. So Westwood has to trot their defense back out onto the field.
Yeah, and the whole entire bit of air in the balloon on this, in the stands on this side, you could tell just went out. Everything, we've got a chance, let's move the ball. We had a big play, all right. Now we have a turnover.
And McNeil is looks like they're doing a very interesting formation, 3 down linemen. will be screening it out wide, and that's the Taylor. And Taylor has some room to work. He doesn't go down easy, folks, but that is a big, big hit from Westwood's own Kai Bridges. So he's been all over the field tonight, another name that we've called quite a bit. And you got to give it out to Westwood. They're fighting super hard. They're just not having the breaks go their way tonight, Coach.
Well, some of them, they're not going their way, but some of them they're not making go their way either. And sometimes that's just the way it goes. You have to make breaks go your way, and sometimes when it doesn't happen, it's because of what the other team is doing to you.
Tackle made by Peter Hewitt the third here, but not before he's able to get about 7 yards there for Williams. So Williams having a great game tonight here, has a touchdown to his name, also a lot of good chunk gains here. Twin set on both sides, ace formation. Quarterback has time. Stilts throws it out wide. What a catch, folks. Are you kidding me? Aiden Taylor, the athlete, does a backflip in the end zone with the touchdown score. Coach, as a quarterback coach and offensive coordinator, you have to love how Silts is playing right now. Out of his mind. What a beautiful ball, and what a better catch out there in space.
Yeah, there's no way that quarterback's as young as he is. The way he composes himself and seems to know every situation and look things over, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, calm in the pocket, had pressure all around him. Shout out to Westwood for creating the pressure, but unfazed by it. And, Soltz is able to fire it in there, and Jaden is a junior. He looks very composed in the pocket and threw a great ball on the outside. And you got to love it, because as a quarterback, when you have 3 or 4 guys who you can trust every single time to get to the football and give them a good shot, they might come down with it. That's got to be a good feeling to have.
Yeah, that's not the first great athletic catch we've seen tonight.
And these McNeil players, they're definitely coming out and showing us a lot of athleticism. Westwood needing to, keep this one from getting out of hand here. Have a few things that just haven't gone their way tonight, and unfortunately, it's led down to a 28-0 lead for McNeil at this point. But back to return again is Shuffleman and Ontario Jackman Jr. So both of those guys have been doing a lot of good work, had some good returns so far tonight. Here comes the kick, and that's going to be a no kick. I got faked out from the kick. I thought it was booted away, but it wasn't. The ball is right back to where it came from. Not sure if there was a call there to stop things, but either way, going to be re-kicking.
The only thing I can guess is somebody heard a whistle.
And the kicker ran past the ball, so I thought he had booted it off, but did not make contact with it. And
psych.
Right. McNeil, has Westwood, has plenty of time to try to continue to make this a game, but we just have not seen the offense be able to do much against the defense and not to do much to stop themselves. This has got to be a game that they got to learn from at this point and understand how the mistakes can make for a bad outcome on some situations. But here we go. Shuffleman gets the ball back. He's got plenty of room to work and tackled right there by the kicker, but not before he continues to get plenty of yards there, folks. He looked like he was wrapped up around the 32-yard line, ended up gaining 8 more yards. So Uffelman has had some great returns for Westwood. It's got to be a light spot for them tonight, the DB as well. So we've seen some great plays from Westwood tonight in terms of defense. We've seen a few bright spots in the offense, just haven't been able to execute so far.
They just haven't put it all together.
Yep.
There hasn't been one drive where there's been no mistakes. Now obviously you can have mistakes on every play, but a big mistake, a 5-yard, a 10-yard penalty, or a blown assignment, or just getting outmatched, one play in a drive can completely turn things around.
Absolutely, and we're going to have Westwood come out with 4 wide receivers, 2 on each side. And Waits has a good ball back there and gets almost complete, but will be broken up, and on the coverage there is Joshua Guyton. Some other scores here from around the area and in the district. We have Round Rock beating Vista Ridge, I believe. Round Rock beating Vista Ridge 27-7, and we have Cedar Ridge losing to Hutto 42-28. So district looking out like Westwood. Round Rock will be a 1-0 team in district, as well as Hutto joining Vandergrift tonight, and we'll see what the outcome of this game is. Pressure here. Quarterback makes a great throw, but that is broken up. What a play there, and a brief light for Westwood, but Sean Crow, the junior, steps up and gets a hand on that one. And Coach, this is got to be something that you got to love to see as a defensive coordinator for McNeil, being able to have a couple guys out there to be able to fly around and make some plays.
Well, the thing about it, Zach, is they don't just have a couple.
Right.
They have a few of them. There have been numerous guys flying around making plays for the Mavericks tonight.
3 down linemen for the Mavs. Drops back to pass. Waits has a man open down the field. Oh, wow, and that's going to go for more. There we go. Touchdown, Ontario Jackman Jr. for Westwood Warriors. That's a huge play, and he's able to take it in for 6. Broke the coverage, able to get down the field. He's a smaller guy, but he's been able to get back there plenty of times on punt returns, kick returns, and there he shows his athleticism and speed. Westwood Warriors strike, and they have made this a 3-score game.
Well, when you have strikeability and you can make a play like that, you don't need to worry about putting plays together. You just have to make that one big play, and they sure did it right there.
And gotta love that spark from Westwood Warriors. Let's see if their defense can put something together here. But Cooper
now
Waits,
it's time that they've got to do it.
And Cooper Waits, sophomore quarterback for Westwood, able to deliver a great ball there to one of their playmakers. And Ontario Jackman Jr. was able to take that one in for 6. He broke a couple tackles. What a spectacular play, and probably the best play so far from Westwood tonight.
No doubt. No doubt. That was a big play, something they needed, whether it's to come back and tie up this game or something they just needed for a little confidence as they move on. This is just the first district game. Neither of these teams are going to be out of it after this ball game tonight.
Absolutely. And, what a way to start district here. A couple of explosive plays showing each team is capable of. McNeil will be taking the ball back now as they will be returning it for the second time tonight from the kickoff. Here's the kick. It's going to be a short one. Ball will be bounced right at the 15. They got to get on that. It's a live ball. And tackle made, but not before Jermichael Gray is able to get out and get some space. Ball will be down right at the 26-yard line. So was a close one there. And, we're seeing some great action here from McNeil and Westwood here tonight, Coach. Got to be proud of both of these schools. You got to think if Westwood would have put a few of those drives together in the first half, we'd be talking about a completely different game.
No doubt. No doubt. If you take away some of the mistakes in the first half, that play right there could have made it a 1-score game, possibly even tied it up.
Still early in the season, not even 3 games played yet. You got to understand that some of this stuff will get worked out over time. And play action here, ball delivered out to another one of those McNeil Mavericks who can make something out of nothing, it seems like. But Jermichael Gray, another receiver who's getting involved tonight, along with a few of the other ones that we see. 2 minutes and about 30 seconds left here in the third quarter for this game. Again, a rivalry game, district game here tonight between 2 of the oldest schools in Round Rock ISD. Going to be a flag on the play here. False start will most likely be the call. Be moving the Mavericks back a bit from their second down at about 4.
Pre-snap penalties are an absolute killer. And right now there's no excuse for them. They're going to happen every once in a while. but there's no excuse. It's not okay. It's not okay that they're jumping, that they're flinching up front, any of those things. They've just got to lock in and really finish this thing out one way or the other.
And a lot of movement from Westwood on their side. They're trying to get them to jump a bit. It is 86 degrees. It's still hot out here, folks, and especially for those big boys, it gets a little tiring. Snap here, and another beautiful ball. What a absolute play almost there. And that was almost a snag there, but ruled an incomplete. And that Zach Christie and Jaden Schultz is trusting his wide receivers, giving it to where they can make a play, and these receivers are able to do so.
No doubt.
But great coverage there in space from Westwood. I believe that's Peter Hewitt the third out there as well, playing some great defense. Oh, no, apologies. That is Diego Mercado, the senior cornerback. So Diego Mercado makes a great play to make that incomplete and now forces a third down situation.
Hadn't seemed to bother him earlier. Timeout, McNeil.
Yep, will be a timeout. That will be their second called timeout of the half. They will have one left. We're going to take a brief commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Bush's Chicken is a proud supporter of area schools, athletic programs, and booster clubs. With stores in Cedar Park, Round Rock, Georgetown, both North and South Austin, and our newest store serving Pflugerville and Hutto. Bush's serves the Texas standard in real hand-battered fried chicken and crispy tenders, tasty rolls, and that famous Bush's sweet tea. Bush's Chicken, proud supporter of area schools, athletic programs, and booster clubs. The Texas standard. Bush's Chicken. It's good, good, good.
All right, folks, we're back here, and the Mavericks are facing a bit of a long and down situation here. But if you're Westwood, you got to like this situation here, going up a big score, having some momentum, and getting McNeil in a bit of a tough spot here. If they get a stop here, make a play, McNeil and Westwood will be able to have the ball back, most likely in good field position if they can get a stop. And if they go down to score, this becomes a much closer game. We're not even into the fourth quarter here, folks. 1 minute and 52 seconds left in this third quarter. So we'll be able to see if Westwood can mount some type of comeback in the given moments. But they need to stop right here on this drive. They need to stop on every drive coming up here, Coach.
No doubt. It's not just this drive, but this play right here could be a backbreaker if they give up a first down.
Has to come from somewhere at some point for Westwood. They have to get stops, and that must start now. But McNeil, if you're McNeil, you're thinking you need to get this first down. You need to keep that clock running. And right now, you're in a passing situation. Not sure what the holdup is here, folks, but refs are holding the position, holding the game for the meantime. Home game here for Westwood, but really both of these schools call this a home stadium. So the stadium is filled with both sides here, both student section being very loud. Motion here for Williams. They send him out wide, and low snap here for Schultz. Schultz has a deep ball, has Williams on the outside, but just misses him to the right, and that will force a fourth down punt situation here for the Mavs. Westwood now has an opportunity here, Coach. They're not out of this one yet. McNeil cannot let off the gas if they want to win this game because Westwood is going to come hungry. They're going to get the ball most likely in good field position. We haven't seen a booming punt that's flipped the field from McNeil yet.
Not at all.
We'll see if where they end up being after this play. But back to punt is linebacker for McNeil. That is Marshall Holland. High snap. It goes over his head. He has to do something with it. Is able to run with it. Kicks it off. He's able to get it. Coach, I don't know how he got that one off, but the kick ends up landing at Westwood's 38-yard line. I'm astonished at how he got that off.
Great headsy play. Great headsy play by the punter. Had kept his mind well enough to, although he let the ball go, it was a little bit of a high snap, but he'll probably say he should have caught it cleanly, but he had the wits to escape quickly and still give it off.
almost like those rugby punts that some of these players from Australia come over and do in the NCAA, but ended up escaping, and the ball went over his head, and he picked it up. It looked like he was about to get tackled. It seemed like he was hit as he kicked the ball, but now Westwood starts still pretty good field position here at the 38-yard line of themselves. Wide position. You have to expect they might be throwing the ball here more. Ball is on the turf. Westwood looks like they got it, though. A bit of a mesh issue there for the for the running back and quarterback. Low snap most likely caused that, but again, if you're Westwood, you cannot have these negative plays.
Stuff like that's what we've talked about from the very beginning when we saw these teams are going to try and run it.
And about a minute here left in the third quarter, ticking under that just now. So still plenty of time here, still another quarter to play. Westwood has to start making some plays here. They look like they're sending a man in motion, similar to what McNeil just did with their running back. Empty set here. Quarterback has some time. Ends up getting sacked, though. That's great contained pressure from the McNeil Mavericks, only sending 3 on that play, letting the defenders in the backfield do most of the work. And on the sack is Jacorian Hubbard, the defensive lineman. Coach, that is a pure sack based upon the defensive backs playing well, covering it.
Coverage sack.
Coverage sack.
We were talking about it earlier, Zach.
And McNeil's only rushing 3, so they're getting pressure with 3. These guys up front, I just called Jacorian Hubbard, also Frank Martinez Gomez, and as well as joining them Rodrigo Rivero. They are holding down the middle and allowing the defender and the defensive backs to do what they need to do. And that will take us to the fourth quarter here, folks. Our first fourth quarter in district. We're going to keep it here, but we just wanted to remind you that AutoNation Chevrolet proudly supports the Round Rock ISD football programs. Looking for a big win? Shop their unbeatable selection of new Silverados, Colorados, Equinoxes, Trax, and more. Plus, score cash for your car by selling it to them at AutoNation Chevrolet. Get your quick online appraisal now at AutoNationChevroletWestAustin.com. Then get paid the same day. It's that easy. Visit AutoNation Chevrolet at 183 in Duval today. Together, let's drive. And Coach, that's what Westwood is trying to say right now. Together, let's drive. They're facing a monumental third down and about 27 yards to go here, Coach. They need to get a first down. They need to get moving. But at this point, you're just hoping that you don't have to punt on your own 20 or 15-yard line.
Right now, I'd see him running a little tunnel screen to the inside and try and get some of it back, and maybe they can pop it. But yeah, it's hard to imagine them not being able to get a first down here and still staying in the game. So it looks pretty overbearing, but they really need to get a first down in these next 2 plays.
And just some other scores from out in the district. Round Rock has taken a 33-7 lead against Vista Ridge, as well as Cedar Ridge and Hutto are in the fourth quarter as well. 42-28 still is that score. So a couple, big offensive explosions around the district. Seeing McNeil here kind of do the same, but Westwood has the ball, third down and about 27 yards to go. Motion here, empty backfield. McNeil brings 3. A deep ball here by Waits, and that's going to be catchable, but it goes out of bounds. Good coverage on the play, and that was on the coverage there. It was Joshua Guyden, who we called a few times tonight, making some big plays. So, McNeil able to get off the field, able to get their offense back onto the field. We might see a bit of a different approach here from McNeil going forward, maybe a lot more run heavy. We've seen them kind of take to the air on the past couple drives, trying to open it up, and definitely seeing that pay dividends with a few big touchdowns and a few big catches. But, Westwood needs to punt this one away, flip the field, and McNeil is hoping to just drown out the clock.
Yeah, the last couple drives, McNeil's been in a bind as far as being behind the chains and needing big yards for a first down. Difference is quite a few times they've been able to execute and get those first downs and keep the drive moving. Westwood has not been able to do that very often.
And it's just the same old story of them getting behind the chains on mostly their end. And so punt here, deep punt, and that is fielded by Lucas Ziccardi for McNeil. I'm sorry, that is Aiden Taylor for McNeil. He takes it out to right around the 34-yard line here. So McNeil's going to start in solid field position. 11 minutes and 43 seconds left in this ball game, folks. We'll see what Mavs come out with here and what kind of set they're going to run, if they change their game plan a bit. They've been throwing the ball a lot recently, as mentioned before, but, Williams is definitely reliable to get some work done.
Yes, but I also think a lot of the times they just rear up and throw it. It's a pre-snap read. He's looking at what the secondary is giving him, and if they just give him a certain look, he's going to raise up and throw it.
And give right there to Williams, and that's got to be something that, as a quarterback, it's tough to coach, being able to read coverages and being able to make good decisions, because making bad decisions can lead to interceptions, lead to turnovers, lead to the game changing. So having a guy back there you can trust to make the right decisions, read the defense, and ultimately be another coach out there is truly important. And it looks like the Mavs have that with Jaden Schultz.
One of the things I'll tell you, though, Zach, I completely agree with that. But every once in a while, you just have to be able to mount up your big boys and run the football like this right here and get that first down.
Yeah, Williams looks explosive out of the backfield, running out of bounds there, but getting the first down. So it will be first down from the 45-yard line here for McNeil, and the clock will not run because he ran out of bounds and got the first down. But McNeil going quick here, showing no signs of stopping. Williams gets wrapped up on the play, and that is by Caius again. So Caius Coy has been called on a lot tonight from our booth, and he's obviously been able to make a lot of big plays.
A bad play for Williams is getting tagged by a great tackle by one of those guys, and he gets 2 to 4 yards. That's been a bad play for him. So that's not all too terrible.
Absolutely not. And we have Twins down to the bottom side of your screen here, Twins right. Another handoff here to Williams. Has some room to work. Gets wrapped up. Again, about 2 yards gain there. So it'll be third down and about 5 here right at the 50-yard line. Line to gain is the 45 of Westwood. And the clock continues to roll. 10 minutes left in this one. McNeil still looking at the sideline for the play call here. Looks like it'll be a trips left formation, though. And Westwood would love to get off the field here if they can. If you're McNeil, though, this might be a situation where you're thinking 4-down territory, or you could always flip the field. Can do a lot of things here, but need the first down. Westwood needs a stop. Rollout smash here. Free shot at the quarterback, and that ball is just lofted up in the air. Pressure off the edge brought, and that is a great hit stick there by Josh Hanston. He came off the edge so quick, Coach, and was able to make that pressure and make that play. And Schultz just delivered a ball that was fluttered a bit out there due to the hit.
Well, that was a dangerous pass that could have gone the other way as well.
And so just, kind of in no man's land here. McNeil going for it on fourth down, maybe going for a hard count. And they do, but they get a false start here for McNeil, so that'll push him back even more. We'll see if they bring out the punting unit. It looks like they will. Always got to be disciplined on those, Coach. I feel like that's something that from every single level there is, tries to go for the hard count, tries to get the defense to jump, and as a coach and a play caller, you have to just be fed up whenever it's your side that jumps.
It is absolutely nauseating when, for example, the last, 10, 12 years when I was coaching still, whenever we would do a hard count, there was no play. There was literally no play called. where are you going?
Yeah.
Who are you going to go block?
We don't even have anything called. Yeah,
we have no play called. And
that's right.
we go set hit, and you jumped. What are you doing? You don't know who to block. Receivers moving. You're supposed to watch the ball. So all those things, yes, it's very, very frustrating. You're correct. And it goes back to those things. Pre-snap penalties are the ones that just drive you bonkers as a coach.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes they identify you as a coach because you don't seem to have the discipline with the kids, and sometimes in a positive manner because you have a great group of kids who do everything that you ask of them.
Absolutely. Norrell gets the reception out there, makes something with it, and delivers a hit stick there, and a couple big hits on the sideline there, Coach. People knocking each other around, and Marshall Holland ends up making the tackle. Looks like we might have an injury timeout here, folks, for McNeil Maverick on the play. And we'll think they're going to – he is injured on the sideline, but we'll see if we can go to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
The Lodge Poker Club is a members-only card club offering a wide range of daily and tournament gameplay. In Round Rock, just off exit 251 on I-35, the Lodge now boasts the largest card room in Texas with 82 tables, comfortable chairs, and 40 75-inch TVs. The Lodge provides fully trained dealers and on-site security with state-of-the-art camera system to ensure the comfort and safety of our members. Open 24 hours a day. More information at thelodgepokerclub.com or call us at 512-614-4045.
And we're right back here, folks. So good timing right there. Will be a penalty on the play against Westwood. So this one brings them back again. It will be first down in about 15. So Westwood just not helping themselves out here with the penalties. Unfortunately, it's caused a few drives to be killed and a few drives to just not even be started. So McNeil's defense getting a little bit of a break there after the big play and almost first down from the throw and catch by Norrell. And Drew Norrell was able to receive that ball. He gave a good hit, but flag on the play.
Twins open with an H-back.
And it looks like McNeil's disguising coverages. They're at the pre-snap, and Sutton gets the ball tackled by Holland. Number 8 for McNeil, the linebacker, also punter, who made that miraculous play. You don't see often linebackers also punting the ball away. So, definitely a multi-talented athlete there for McNeil as well. Westwood in a bit of a sticky situation here, Coach. They try to go on the ground there, get about a yard. It's second down and 14. Clock is ticking here, folks. 8 minutes and about 30 seconds left. So Westwood might need to pick up the pace here. Looks like they're playing man coverage up top. And rollout right gets hit as he delivers the throw, and that hit was a vicious one. And that was by Jackson Edwards on the play, one of those defensive linemen who's been causing a lot of havoc for McNeil.
Boy, I tell you, they are active up front.
And that is a third down and about 14 to go here, folks. Clock did stop on the incomplete pass.
Their defensive line has outside of a couple drives where they got shoved around a little bit, they have been just extremely active, tough to block, and definitely tough off the edge.
And they only have 3 down linemen. They sometimes bring another linebacker, but they have been doing a good job and almost gets there on the play. That's YDK Nosu. He is able to get in there a few times, actually on the last couple plays, and making that tackle. Apologies to YDK Nosu, because I said that Jackson Edward, the kicker, made the big hit on the last play too, but no, that was YDK the whole time. He's been an absolute beast tonight down in the paint and between the trenches between these two teams. But Westwood forced to punt again, 4th down and about 14 to go. Aiden Taylor out on his own about 40-yard line to receive this one. Snap hits the floor, but gets it away. It is a pretty good punt here. Okay, hits Taylor. Taylor picks it up, though. Taylor muffed it a little bit there. It looks like he lost it in the lights, coach, or something, but ends up being a positive for McNeil as they're going to start on Westwood's 46-yard line.
Well, this could be the final dagger if the Mavericks can get a little bit going and just get a couple first downs. That would probably be all she wrote. But if they can get a 3 and out and go down there and score in a hurry like they did on their only score tonight, they could still change things up a bit.
Absolutely here, coach. And be first down from the 45-yard line for McNeil as they look to go under center. Have had a few troubles getting that snap under center tonight, but this one goes off clean. Handoff up the middle of Williams. Williams has the ball. He's able to move it, and he just does not go down easy, coach. A violent runner, able to get the first down after being met on contact about 6 yards past the line of scrimmage. He gains an extra 5 yards just pushing and shoving down there.
I think this is a great time for a quarterback and a center to get some good live action as far as taking snaps under center. A lot of kids don't ever do that anymore.
It's a lost art, and it's definitely something that still is very around in the NFL. You see some commentary this year from Lamar Jackson. He likes to take snaps from the shotgun, but Derrick Henry, the running back now for the Ravens, likes to take the ball from under center position as the running back. So you got to be able to do both in some situations despite your preference, and it looks like McNeil is trying to do the same thing here. Snap here, handoff up to Williams, power set. He is just running through people here. And the ball comes out at the very end of the play there, folks. I think this is going to be Westwood football.
We have a flag, Zach.
We do have a flag, but no call on the field yet. I don't know if he was down, but they have not made a decision on the call. It looked like Westwood got the football after that, but I'm not sure who the penalty is on because it's in the defensive backfield on a run play. Usually you see that whenever it's a passing play, defensive holding of some sort, but not typically on a run play.
And when it's in that location, it's usually because of holding.
So we'll see what the call is here, folks, but a lot happened on that play. Penalty, big run from Williams, and also a potential fumble. We'll see what they call here. A lot of discussion to be had by the referees.
Well, one of the receivers came inside, and I don't know if he had an illegal crackback.
That could, yeah. Looks like.
But it would have been in that location, but I didn't see it, so I'm not sure.
Looks like they're marking it from the spot of the foul. So it will be against McNeil. Will be about a 15-yard penalty. Or back to this. No, it will be a 15-yard penalty. But it goes right back to the spot, essentially, from where they started from, a yard behind. So it will be first down and 11 to go for McNeil. Coach, did you ever see what the call was?
I did not see. It was a personal foul, and he obviously said over the PA, but I didn't hear it. I'm guessing that it was an illegal crack.
And so timeout here by Westwood. Coach Anthony Wood burns one.
Let's see what Coach Wood has to say down here.
He's definitely a bit animated about what just happened. Probably wants that football instead of the penalty. But I'm not sure that that's necessarily a possibility here. But, Coach Wood, 21 years at Westwood. It's a long time here, Coach. He was a long
time. He's coached some guys where he's had a very, very distinguished career. I don't know many coaches in the state. Yes, animated, no doubt. And the better teams he is coaching, the more animated he gets because he is very excitable. But I don't know many coaches in the area that don't have a lot of respect for his knowledge of the game of football and how especially the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and, going back to my childhood, Ben Johnson, a great quarterback for Westwood, was able to go on and play at the University of Texas, was one of the best quarterbacks in the state at that point. Got to coach under Coach Anthony Wood, and myself. I was able to learn from him as well. He puts on a great football camp during the summer for quarterbacks and receivers to try to just develop not only his his guys that he coaches, but around the league and around the area. It's great to get to know him on a personal level. He's a fantastic coach and ultimately just a great role model for these kids.
I still don't know what's going on, and I don't know that they know what's going on right now. We're trying to get it hashed out, though.
Yep, timeout from Westwood. McNeil looks to be taking a lot of this time to get a little bit of a breather. But, yeah, a lot of laps in action here. Looks like the Mavericks are coming out quick. They look to snap the ball pretty fast here. Under center looks to be that power set again. Hand off to Williams. Williams gets cracked in the middle of the field, though. Again, Coach, he just continues to hit and move the pile essentially every time he gets met.
Once again, he got cracked pretty good, and now it's +7. I'll take that.
And not being the biggest guy on the field or too physically menacing, but he is a very strong running back from that position, especially getting a running start and having the big jumbo set in like they have right now. But tight formation here. You see Zach Christie sit at the wide receiver. He's blocking on the bottom of your screen here and tripped up there. A great tackle again from Westwood. That was, again, Kai Bridges, who we've called on quite a bit tonight, who's been able to make a lot of big plays for the Westwood Warriors. Ultimately brings it to a 3rd down and about 5 here for McNeil. So we'll see if they go right back to the run game and keep that clock ticking. 6 minutes and about 6 minutes left as the clock ticks closer and closer to the 6-minute mark, 6:05. But 3rd down here, folks. McNeil not changing their formation, staying in this jumbo-looking set. One wide receiver split out wide. See if they do anything different right now. Pitch out wide, and we'll see where they mark that, Coach. That looks close. That looks very close. I'm not sure if it's going to be 1st down. It looks like it's going to be a bit short. 4th down. And McNeil in field goal territory. I was at the game the other week when they were playing Weiss and went to overtime. Had a missed field goal to go up and win the game. So we'll see if they put on the field goal unit after maybe doing a hard count. But trusting their offense here on a short 4th down situation. And that is a great play call there, Coach. And that was a motion. Gerald Gray went in motion, went right under center, and took that snap and ultimately did a QB sneak there. Gotta like the creativity of the play calling here for the McNeil Mavericks.
No doubt, and I'll tell you another thing. It's a lot easier to be creative when things are going your way. It's tough for that to be the case when it's not.
Absolutely. Get a little bit more confidence to try some new things without the added pressure of everything. But McNeil going down the field here, 1st down and 10 from their 20-yard line, from Westwood's 20-yard line. They're going to stick into that single back formation here. Hand off to Williams, and he breaks it right down the middle of the field for another Mavericks touchdown here, folks. So Williams gets his 2nd of the day, and Coach, it was just a matter of time until we saw that one crack. We've seen him you get 5, 6, 8 yards, and then ultimately getting that touchdown right there.
He is much man tonight.
34-7 here for McNeil. McNeil putting on a very impressive showing here on offense here tonight and on defense, but that offense just has so many skill players. We were talking about it during the break here. It's just got to be something special to be able to have this many guys who can tote the rock like they do. And there's the kick, and that will go right through the uprights. 35-7 here for McNeil. Checking in on some other scores around the area. We'll have an update for you in a second. But, Coach, on that drive, as Westwood comes out into the field for what might be their final drive of the night, 4 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. You got to have hope that some confidence can set in, rolling into next week. Next week, Westwood takes on Cedar Ridge, who is right now losing against Hutto. and then they take on Manor, who has a bye week, and then they have Hutto again, and then Round Rock. So yeah, Hutto is winning right now in the fourth quarter against Cedar Ridge, 59-28. So showing a lot of offense on that side, and Round Rock is finished. The final in that game is 33-7. Round Rock versus Cedar Ridge, a huge game there for the Round Rock Dragons. And McNeil will be facing Cedar Ridge next week, who right now, as I just mentioned, is losing to Hutto, 59-28. After that, they'll take on Stony Point, who lost to Vandergrift in a close matchup, and then they'll play Vandergrift after that, who always has a great team in this district and always seems to be a leader. But we'll see if that changes. This district seems to have a lot of new teams that, historically may have not been the best, but McNeil made playoffs last year, showing out very well. Stony Point, went to state in about 2007, but they, have yet to really come back to that level just yet, looking to make playoffs again this year. And again, you have a huge coach. You have some ties to Hutto as well. So, a lot of great schools in this district, but, Round Rock McNeil here tonight. And there is that man again, Michael Jones. He has been all over the field tonight. He's doing it even on special teams.
Yeah, they can't seem to find an answer to get that guy blocked. It doesn't matter if they're kicking off and running back or however. Defensively, if he's on the field, I'd be surprised, but at this time part of the game. But if he's out there, which he is, I'd have a hard time seeing him block him still. But you're correct. They do need to get a little something going. I know it's 35-7. I've been on both ends of it. And this time of the game, you want to make sure your kids handle it with class if you're McNeil. And if you're on the other end of it, you know what? We got a game next week. We got to get better.
Absolutely.
We got to get better. We still have a chance to get better and make plays. And be selfish if you need to. You know what? I can still add to my stats. So it's one of those things where it's not all lost for the Warriors tonight.
Absolutely not. And looks like a new face in there as they give Xavier Sutton a break. Zeke Brock able to tote the rock there for the Warriors. And McNeil, looks like they're bringing some pressure. Rollout smash here. Have a man wide open in the side. Just misses him. That was Tillman Subak trying to hook up with Joaquin Garcia, the junior wide receiver. And Coach, you're absolutely right. On to next week, district is a completely different game. Once you get into district, preseason, the regular season games that aren't district don't matter at all, to be honest. This is 0 week. Westwood is most likely going to come out of this one 0-1, but that's not the end of anything. They have the opportunity to continue to get better, continue to win some winnable games, and 4 teams will make the playoffs out of this district, so they can be definitely one of them.
And just because McNeil has a great showing tonight and is competing
over the middle, Coach, and that is going to be caught, and we just named these two. Joaquin Garcia takes the ball from Tillman Subak. He's able to take it all the way down the field to about the 35-yard line. Apologies for cutting you off, but a big play there for Westwood.
No doubt. That was exciting, and like we were just talking about, they need to do something that'll get them going into next week.
Right. Looking at film session tomorrow, you got to look at what you can do better, but you also have to appreciate what you did well. And so Tillman takes a drop back. He fires open, has a man open deep, and that ball is incomplete. Helmet comes off, was a tad bit underthrown, and McNeil was able to have a good defender there to get that stop. But 3 minutes and 30 seconds left here, folks. Westwood driving down the field here. This is one of their better drives that we've seen tonight. Getting Tillman a lot of reps at the Subak position, or Tillman Subak getting a lot of reps at the quarterback position tonight. He's been primarily one of the runners, but he's been able to show that he can throw the ball too, completing a great pass there to Garcia in the open field. And snap here, fake handoff, play action. Over the middle again, has a man open, and that ball, it was in the hands of the receiver, but ultimately fell to the ground. That's Asher David, the junior wide receiver, had a chance to make the play, but ultimately I think it was just a bit out of his reach there. So 3rd down and about 10 here for Westwood. They are looking to continue their drive here and not give the ball back to McNeil, but like what you're seeing here at the very end, opening up the playbook a bit, seeing that you can actually get some separation and see that your receivers are open down the field.
No doubt. It's good to see, and it's good for McNeil to get some guys out there who haven't been in the game the whole time, because as good as they are with those young kids, I hate to tell you, Zach, some of them are going to get hurt.
And there we go. And that ball is caught for a touchdown. Subak all the way to, and that is Therese Harrison, the sophomore wide receiver. And Westwood, Coach, just like we talked about, gets something out of this game that they can go into next week with some motivation. 13-35, Westwood doing a good job here, not giving up, not quitting. This is what you like to see out of your program here. If you're Coach Wood, that fight has never left. They have not given up on the game. They're still fighting and wanting to get everything they can out of this victory.
No doubt. There's no place for giving up. There's no place for giving in. And these kids have put a lot of work into it, and they're going to finish up strong.
And just like that, it is 14-35 here in McNeil over the Westwood Warriors. We ask you, please like and subscribe to our web stream. We're going to be at this every week, whether it's us or another one of our iHSFAN teams. Please like and subscribe so you don't miss any of the action coming up in this year for any Round Rock ISD school. But for right now, Westwood down to Mavericks, 14-35. So we'll see if we see some new offensive faces here for McNeil. As they have about 3 minutes left in this ball game. More likely get a few first downs, and the game plan would be to run out the clock here for McNeil, I'd have to assume.
Well, let's see if we'll catch our first onside kick of the year, Zach.
Absolutely. I wouldn't put it past Coach Wood how creative he is on offense. Just be able to get one here. See the Westwood faithful staying for this game as well as the McNeil faithful sticking through this one with us. The senior night tonight for Westwood, definitely a good one. We saw on the field earlier tonight the principals of each school having a friendly little banter rivalry there where they had to wear the opposite jersey. McNeil comes out in a onside kick recovery team, but that ball is going to drop out of bounds for a penalty. So McNeil will get the ball in great field position here, probably around the 35-yard line, where they'll set up shop and begin. We'll be at the 30-yard line. Apologies. So 3 minutes and 15 seconds left here, Coach. Look like we might see some new faces in for McNeil, especially at the quarterback position.
I sure hope so, because I sure would think it'd be pretty unlucky to have someone out for the season because they're out there playing when it's 35-14 with 3 minutes left. But yeah, here we go.
Yeah, it looks like Soltz will definitely take the field again, have some new skill positions out there as well. But Soltz, the quarterback, standing in there. And Westwood coming out with a few new fresh faces as well. Get some guys some reps. Most likely just see a couple handoff here, folks, if they can get the first down. And that's Kenny Hall, apologies, the senior running back getting some reps here. So first time we've called his name tonight, but definitely getting some crucial reps. 2nd down and about 8. Different faces out at wide receiver for McNeil. We have Andrew Brulos as well as Lucas Castillo out there for McNeil, joining and there we go. Snap handoff to Kenny Hall. He takes it out to right around the line of scrimmage to begin with, so it will be a 3rd down and 10. Clock still ticks, though. About 2 minutes and 15 seconds left here, folks. The play clock is set at 35 seconds, so they'll have plenty of time to snap it here. But they're going to be dwindling it down that clock a little bit. But maybe a little passing situation here, Coach, for McNeil Mavericks to get this first down and really close out this game.
It would definitely close out the game. I'd be surprised if they throw the ball here.
Yep, handoff up the middle of Kenny Hall. And he'll be wrapped up, and that is number 48, Elijah Sanchez, being able to make the play there for Westwood. A great tackle, and the clock will continue to run. 1 minute and 30 seconds left here. 4th down and 8 here for the Mavs. They look like they're keeping the offense on the field for at least this part. They'll most likely take a timeout right as the play clock hits about 1 second, and then we'll see the return team for Westwood come out. Five seconds left in the play clock, and we'll see this timeout in 3, 2. Yep, timeout here. No penalty will be assessed, and so we'll check in with some other scores in the area here, folks. Westlake is taking on Atascocita and actually losing right now, 39-21. A big surprise there, as Westlake is one of the favorites to go all the way to state this year. Pflugerville is up on Fort Bend Christian Academy, 35-17. We have a few other scores here for you. Wimberley and LBJ are playing each other right now. LBJ is up 27-16 on that. Hendrickson, Hayes are battling out right now, 14-13 match there. And Dripping Springs has taken the lead against Harker Heights, 28-16 going into the third quarter there. So to be expected, they were losing 9-0 to start. Seeing if there's any other good games here that we want to call. But right now we're about to see a big punt here for McNeil. Lake Travis is beating Midland Legacy there, 41-20. And Del Valley is up against Leander, 15-14 here, folks. So have a lot of different games going on in the area. It looks like McNeil will be 1-0 in district. Round Rock will be 1-0 in district. Vandergrift will be 1-0 in district. And Hutto will be 1-0 in district. So that leaves Manor, who has not played a game yet this week. They are off this week in a bye week. But it means Vista Ridge, Westwood, and Cedar Ridge will join Stony Point in being 0-1 in district to start the year. The good thing is there's 4 teams on each side of the coin there, so a lot more district play to go. We have a lot more football to go in the season. Here comes the punt, and the punt is a deep ball by Holland. Fair caught right around the 30-yard line by Norrell. So that brings us down to 59 seconds left in this ball game, folks. We see a lot of people kind of heading out, but a few people still staying around. So appreciate not only the fans, but the Booster Club, as well as the family members of all these players, and everybody that puts effort into going into this. It's not just the players doing the work; it's the parents dropping them off early for practice. It's the band also working. It's the cheerleaders, the dance squad. A lot goes into Friday night football here, folks, and we appreciate everybody's efforts and commitment to making this happen. But right now we have Westwood 14, McNeil 35, with about 59 ticks left in this one.
What are you saying, Zach? Your dad was pretty supportive of you as a high school athlete there?
I would think so, and I know there's plenty of parents out there who are very supportive and love watching their kids every Friday night, playing some this great sport. Snap, screen out wide, and that's complete. Ball was complete to Rishibara Mashidi, and he takes that out for about no gain there. And the clock will continue to run here. 40 seconds left in this one. So Westwood will probably call one more play or just continue to call this one until the clock ticks out. Twins to the bottom of your screen. 2nd down 10. Snap here. Play action. Deep ball over the middle. And that's again caught by Garcia. He's been the main target here for the quarterback, Tillman Subak. As he finds him again. He had a big play, that almost the same route and design right there, just finding the zone, finding the middle of it, and getting in that south spot. 20 seconds left here. Westwood going quick. Met in the backfield, and a great throw by Subak. Again, that reaches Cannon Olfson, the sophomore wide receiver. So a lot of sophomores playing some minutes here for Westwood right now. This is great experience for them.
It really is for both teams to get guys who aren't usually out there some playing time.
And that will be it, folks. So McNeil ends up taking this one 35-14 in a great matchup. We saw a lot of good defense tonight, a lot of explosive offense, kind of a statement game for McNeil, showing that who they are and who they can be, playing two really tough teams the past 2 weeks, but showing that they're here for district. And Westwood, a lot to learn from this game. Coach, I think there's definitely a few penalties and a few mistakes that they'll talk about tomorrow in the film room. But for the most part, they played a great complete game, and they did a really good job of playing against this really highly talented Mavericks team. But yeah, Coach, any other thoughts on this matchup tonight?
Exciting to see both teams play tonight to start their district play. I was kind of curious to see what they'd look like because both of them being 0-2, I knew the kind of teams that they had played, so I was anticipating McNeil to be just a little bit more athletic than Westwood. I had no idea they had so many kids who are playmakers offensively and defensively.
Absolutely. It's definitely something to see, especially coming off coaching for McNeil and myself playing for McNeil during those years where we're on a playoff team. This is a very different team that McNeil has, a very different coaching group that is obviously very involved with their players. And McNeil won up in the trenches tonight. Great run game. Have a lot of athletes on the outside, but don't forget those guys up front. And for Westwood, a great job here tonight. They did a fantastic job on senior night. A definitely night for them to remember going forward into the rest of the district. A lot of things to learn from, but also a lot of great things at the top. That will be about it from us, folks. We really enjoyed bringing you guys this one here tonight. We're hoping that we can continue to bring you guys this great coverage throughout the year. But please make sure to like, subscribe, and just continue to watch the iHSFAN network. We are going to peel out of here. We really appreciated bringing you guys this one.